webcam. Hello, hello everybody. So, okie dokie. So, like I said, I started the stream because I wanted to do a live. Sakura Usagi 098, welcome. Let's see here, and Galad, welcome. My hey fam, we'll go draw a bit. Just come in for a few minutes. Hi, hey, welcome. Hey, I'm always happy that you're here. You're one of my longest most consistent viewers I've ever had, so I really appreciate it. If you become a magical boy, what would your wish? If you became a magical boy, what would your wish, magic, and storyline be? Oh, wow, that's an interesting question. I've never actually thought about that. It's funny because in my Q&A, I actually got a question about what my Madoka OC would be, and I had to think about that during the actual Q&A that I record now. I've never really thought about that. If I could be a magical boy and if I could have any wish, what do I most want? I don't know. I guess to live to be 1,000 years old might be fun. I guess it'd be interesting to see what the world would be like 1,000 years from now. I suppose that might be kind of interesting. I feel like that's the first thing in the top of my head. It would either be to be immortal or to live for 1,000 years, I suppose. That's the only thing that I can think of, because when it comes to wishes, I obviously have dreams, but I feel like I don't need to wish for them to happen because I'm making them happen. So I guess that would be it. I guess to live for 1,000 years, why not? Maybe the other incubator has blue ears instead of pink. Okay, incubator talk. Let's see here. I want time manipulation powers, or to wish to be a god like Madoka did. Very interesting. You would willingly make a wish knowing what would be in store for you in relationship to fighting witches and being involved with Kyubey, Bunny Sunny Mew. Would you willingly put yourself in that position knowing the fate of a magical girl? I mean, obviously, if you make the same wish as Madoka, you're not going to be as in much trouble. Oh, okay. Then I guess Bunny Sunny Mew can handle the trials and tribulations of being a Maguka. Wow, very interesting. Oh wow, so it looks like there are people here who would willingly take the risk of being a magical girl, even if it meant having to sell their soul. That's very interesting. Wow, so if that's the case, then does that mean that you guys are on the side of Kyubey? Because one of the issues in the series is that the girls really didn't. It kind of seemed like they didn't think it was worth it to make the wish for them to be in those kind of situations. That's why they kind of had regret, and that's why they sort of disliked Kyubey. So are you guys on the side of Kyubey in relationship to what he went through in order to make the girls make a wish? Are you more so on his side, or are you more so on the side of the girls? Because a lot of them really don't strike me that they were happy to be in those circumstances. Kyoko does accept it later. She actually does accept it later. Not at first, though. And she's one of the few that actually does. I know Sayaka sort of has a lot of issues she goes through with it. Mami didn't know anything about the whole system. And when she finds out about it in one of the timelines, she kind of has that really tragic moment. And obviously Madoka and Homura didn't accept it, because Madoka even said to Homura, "Oh, please stop me from making that wish," or... So, but Kyoko is essentially the only girl that accepts it. Let's see here. I would just want to do something helpful in my life. Oh, that's nice. And Glade says, do you think Homura can still go back in time now that her gem is different? And if yes, would Madoka still be technically a god or cease to exist in the new timeline? Oh boy, these are some interesting questions. Let's see here. Do you think Homer can still go back in time now that his soul gem is different? I mean, to be honest, there's no evidence that suggests that she can't do that. What's interesting about the third movie is that we don't really get a whole lot of context as far as how Homer even got her abilities. I mean, obviously we can make a lot of assumptions that her abilities are connected to her witch counterpart, like all the things that happened in relationship to the incubator shield and all the things, and her sort of becoming a witch but not fully becoming one because of the whole thing that she was encased in. So what I'm trying to say is there is no evidence that says that she can't use her time magic, so I would assume so. This is why we need a fourth movie. Essentially. And let's see here. I would assume yes. There's nothing that says that she can't, but this is why we need a continuation, because we don't know. So I would say yes for the moment. let's see here. Since Madoka's wish involved destroying witches, does that mean she can't become a witch? Since Madoka's wish involved, I mean, the only you want to know what's really interesting about that question, unique galaxy. So it's like Madoka made the wish to essentially stop witches from existing, but in the third movie, we know that Sayaka and Bebe are able to essentially connect to their witch counterparts. So what I'm trying to say is that logically, based on what happened at the end of the series, that shouldn't even be possible. But somehow it is, and they don't really bother to explain it. So you essentially have to speculate as to why that actually happened, because that logically that shouldn't have happened. But they didn't give us an explanation, so we all have to kind of assume something in relationship to that. It's just, I feel like it's interesting because it's very obvious that after the 12 episode series ended, that the creators, I mean, obviously they wanted to continue the series later. That's why the third movie ended the way that it did. But the problem was that there was a lot of things that they set like in stone in the original series that they sort of contradict themselves later in the third movie, which makes it like very confusing. And Goodwill Wright is here. That's a surprise. It's funny because I tried to message you on Discord when I was having all these streaming problems. But anyway, I'm happy to see you here. Actually, since you are here, Mr. Goodwill, hold on a second. You get to be the moderator. I don't think we really need one at the moment, but just in case. What exactly do you say? Wishes don't work out as directly as intended. Bunny Sinmu, I think it's more because she's in love with Madoka than she had a problem with the system. I think it's because it takes place outside the world Madoka fixed inside a barrier. I actually kind of lost track of what I was even saying just now. Let's see here. Since Madoka's wish involved destroying witches. So yeah, what was I saying? I was talking about how the third movie sort of contradicts much of what happened in the original series, and some of the contradictions are the fact that witches shouldn't like exist in the third movie at all, like in any shape or form. And I think the other contradiction is the fact that when Madoka made her wish, she was supposed to have the ability to see both the past, the present, and the future. So my only issue with this explanation is that if this was really the case with her, how was she able to not know what the incubators were planning if she could see both the present and the future? It's just one of those many. When witches ceased to exist, something came to replace them. Madoka's wish was just far too specific and failed to account for any alternative creatures. When witches ceased to exist, well, that would probably make sense in the idea of the, what do you call those? Of the wraiths, because that wish did not account for those, so I can kind of agree with that. Yeah, but essentially that still doesn't explain why Sayaka and Bebe were able to connect to their witch counterparts. But that's just me. Let's see here. So, anyway, so yeah, if you guys have anything you want to like bring up, like in relationship to like whatever you want to talk about, we can definitely let me know. I think what I'm gonna do now, because I actually did start this. I did start this stream with the idea of doing some specific things, which I guess I'm gonna move into. So let me quickly move over to what I want to be the focus of this live stream. Because it's really interesting is that the idea is that I wanted to do a live Madoka discussion, and one thing that I wanted to do in this particular stream, because I have this thing where I made a schedule on my channel where I would ask a question about something in specifically related to Madoka, and then a week from the day that I would ask the question, I would record a video responding to the answers that I got where I asked the question. And it just so happens that today is Sunday, right? So Sunday is supposed to be the day that Sunday is supposed to be the day that okay, well, I guess we're going to do it a little differently. So what I want to do for fun is I want to take some of the questions that I actually got, and I guess I'm going to go ahead and switch over to this. I actually want to take some of the questions that I got on the video where I talk about the truth about Megia Records' popularity, where I essentially talk about my perspective on what I think is how majority of fans are kind of like relating to this. So I essentially asked the question of what you guys thought. So I want to take this time to kind of look at like some of the like questions some of the answers that I got for this video, since this video was supposed to have been recorded. I didn't do that, so I'm gonna do that now, and I might like re-upload this on my channel, or I might do it on Or am I doing it here? So anyway, so I just want to go through some of these and I guess give my thoughts. And if you guys have any thoughts on what is actually being said by some of the people here, then let me know. So yeah, the first question is from Pikmin Dude. Well, the first answer is from Pikmin Dude. So yeah, the question that I asked is whether or not fans are really excited about Megia Record. And I just wanted to see what the community thought, essentially what you guys thought. So yeah, he essentially answered, and he basically said, I think people are just faking it. To be perfectly honest, I chat with many people. We talk about Megia Record as I say, are you excited for it? And they always respond like, yeah, I'm excited. When really they just want season 2 of Madoka Magica, and they do not care of Megia Record at all. I'm excited for Megia Record. Just some other people think about Madoka. The anime is going to be bad. For example, Home Alone 2. Wait, we're talking about Home Alone. Okay. Home Alone 1 and 2. Kevin was the protagonist, but in the third movie, there was a different kid and everybody got... Okay, so he's kind of going into something else here, but... so essentially, from Pikmin Dude's perspective, he's essentially saying that he feels like people are faking being interested in Megia Record. Do you guys kind of agree with that? Do you agree with this perspective that people are not really excited about Megia Record, but they're just sort of like pretending to be excited? Like, do you think that's accurate, or do you think that it really... I think probably it depends. There's probably some people that feel this way, and maybe some that don't particularly like care either way. Okay, thanks for coming, Galade, I think that's how you say it, aka Kawaii TV. And Abnormal has appeared. The video that promotes the chat has no... Oh, the video that I thought I posted a link on that video, Abnormal. That's very strange. Okay, maybe I gotta go back and check. Let's see here. Okay, well, maybe I gotta go back and update the link. It's funny because I figured the link was working because a lot of people were actually here. So I figured, but I gotta go back and update the link in a little bit. Let's see here. Dude, I've watched all the Madoka knockoffs. All the Madoka knockoffs? Are you referring to the spin-off mangas? What do you mean? I'm looking at Madoka memes, okay? So, yeah, so that's basically... So, yeah, I essentially agree with what Pikmin said in regards to, like, a lot of people that might be faking it. Let's see here. And one person actually says, the reason I don't care for Megia Record isn't because of the absence of Madoka. I actually think the idea of making a spin-off about other magical girls brilliant. Like, I would only love it if they made something with historical figures who were magical girls in Madoka's universe, like the mangas did. Megia Record, however, from the outside looks very watered down and fan servicey. That's just my opinion, though. I'm still going to watch it out of curiosity, and maybe it will surprise me. It's really interesting. Like, this person's perspective is interesting when he mentions that Megia Record looks watered down. One thing that I will say, and this kind of comes from investigating Megia Record a little bit, I feel like that it doesn't, like, okay, so one issue that I have with Megia Record is that the characters, like, to me, don't feel as distinguishable as a lot of the characters in the main Madoka series, with the exception of Elena Gray. Elena Gray, I think, is really unique if you know anything about her in Megia Record. But aside from her, I do feel like the characters don't really, like, they're not really distinguishable, they're not really as interesting. I feel like a lot of them are made to be very similar to the characters that we know. Like, the main character is obviously meant to be similar to Madoka. The other character, I believe her name is Mami-Sexual. She reminds me a lot of Homura in the idea of the kind of relationship that her and the main pink hair girl kind of have. But she also has, like, the whole blue color scheme thing and the water attribute, which makes me think of Sayaka. So what I'm trying to say is that if you look at a lot of these characters, not only do some of them remind me of the characters that are in Madoka, but at the same time, there's nothing about them that I feel like really stands out. Though if anybody has investigated Megia Record and you feel like there are some characters that stand out, then let me know if you feel that way. Let's see here. And Goodwill Wright is saying, at least Megia Record will be done by Shaft. So if nothing else, the visuals will certainly be interesting. That's actually true. That's a very optimistic way of looking at it. You're very much right. That's the one aspect. I'm sure Akiyuki Shimba will probably direct that too. So when it comes to how it looks, it's not going to suffer at all. Probably it'll probably be really good in that regard. Unicorn Galaxy, what is your opinion about Homura? I think you mentioned in the video that you had different updated version of your opinion. This is very difficult question to answer, only because I literally just recorded two videos recently that are going to be uploaded either this week or next week. And those videos basically explain a little bit as to how my opinion changed. I'm trying to think if I should give it all away now, because if I do, what point is it going to be to watch those videos? So what's one perspective? Okay, actually, you know what I'll do? I'm going to tease the video that is going to be uploaded about Homer. So I have a video where I talk about why I like Homer now compared to before. A lot of it just has to do with the fact that I kind of view her as inspirational, because she goes through, like, she goes through a lot of different struggles, and I think that in making a certain video and really kind of thinking about, you know, how she goes out of her way to try to save Madoka, even though Madoka doesn't understand where she's coming from, all the struggles that she goes through, I was kind of relating her struggles to my actual life, because I think a lot of us can relate to Homer in terms of, like, what she goes through to achieve her goals. So I essentially have a video where I'm going to go into detail on that. It's just difficult because, again, I literally just recorded it, and it's going to be uploaded. I just don't know if I want to give it all away. But essentially, I do like Homer now because I view her life story from start to finish to be very inspirational. I think that a lot of people can take what Homer went through and the idea of trying to achieve a goal and having to go through so many obstacles. I think there's a lot that we can all learn from that. And in the video, I sort of highlight that. So yeah, that video should be uploaded fairly soon. And it goes into a lot of depth as to why. So yeah. So I guess I just gave a little brief teaser about it because I don't know if I want to give it away. But anyway, I think Manga Record is at least less popular. Yuki Yuna and Fate Grand Order get more coverage, according to the Abnormal. Let's see here. Okie dokie. So I'm looking at comments right now. The only Madoka knockoff I haven't read or saw is Asuka, which is getting an adaptation. Never heard of that. What's that about? Do we know if Yuki Kadra is still doing the music? Are we talking about, I don't think that's been revealed yet as far as Manga Record is concerned. I haven't seen, I haven't seen anything about her being involved in this. Let's see here. There are some characters that are very similar to the main characters in Madoka series, but I did look up some of the characters, and they seem very interesting. As I said, the only character, I mean, to be honest, there's two characters in Manga Record that I personally like. I like Elena Gray. I think she's really interesting, and I also like Ria Ami, though. Yeah, I was going to say, for me personally, those are the only characters that I find interesting thus far. I just feel like a lot of the other characters are just kind of like, they're kind of typical. There's just nothing, they're not bad characters, but they just don't stand out to me personally. But you know, hey, if you like some of the characters in Manga Record, then that's awesome. I'm excited to see some new magical girls and connect them with the same witch from season 1. I'm excited to see some new magical girls and connect them with some of the witches from season 1. I don't quite understand that, but okay. The only one I haven't seen is Yuki Yuna as a Hero. Yuki Yuna as a Hero, I have actually seen a little bit of that anime. Personally, I do kind of like it. My only issue with that show is I felt like the edginess and the whole dark magical girl thing was something that was placed in that anime unnecessarily. Like, I personally think Yuki Yuna as a Hero is a great anime from the idea of slice of life, like cute girls doing cute things. Like, I think it did a really good job in making the characters appear likable on screen, but I just felt like whenever they decided to go dark and edgy, for me personally, it just didn't work, and I kind of didn't enjoy it as much. But this is just from the little that I've seen of Yuki Yuna as a Hero, I would say. That's just my perspective on it, though. Let's see here. So what do we have? What's your favorite character from Manga Record according to Ice Cream Gamer? My favorite is actually Ria Ami. I actually made a video where I kind of explained a little bit about her. She's actually my favorite character. I think somebody kind of referred to her as being a cliche Hime waifu, which I guess is one perspective to have. Yeah, but she's like my favorite. I think I kind of gave reasons in that video. So essentially, I like her because of, first off, I like the fact that she's confident. I really like her character design. She reminds me a lot of Mami in the idea of being flashy and the idea of sort of being, she kind of has that certain level of sophistication that I also kind of like. And so yeah, she's actually my favorite in Media Record. I actually have a lot of videos I want to make about her, including a theory, which I will hopefully upload at some point. Let's see here. Super long Japanese Asuka. Okay, so Abnormal is explaining super long Japanese name Asuka is basically Nanoha Strikers if it went through the Vietnam War. And okay, why don't I look this up? That sounds interesting. That actually sounds interesting. If it's like Nanoha Strikers, that might make it interesting. So is that supposed to be like the Dark Magical Girl anime? Actually, let me just like do a search. So is that supposed to be like the Dark Magical Girl anime that we're getting next year? Because it seems like every year we essentially get like one that's supposed to be like the token. Anyway, let me let's see. I'm just quickly looking this up to see if I can find anything about it. Just quickly looking this up from what Abnormal said. Let's see here. It's funny because I looked this name up and the first thing I get is Evangelion. Can you tell me the full name of that, Abnormal, so I can try to look it up and see what's going on with that, I guess? Let's see here. Okay, good rule, right, linked it. Thank you, my friend. Thank you, I appreciate that. Okay, here we go. Awesome. You made it very... Okay, so... Okay, interesting. So, this is coming out next... Okay, this is coming out the start of January. I have not heard of this, so I'm not really too sure of what to make of it. Let me quickly look at the trailer then, I guess. Just so I can have some context about what this even is. Let's see here. Oh, the animation looks kind of typical. There's nothing like, unique that stands out here. Here's the edginess! The edginess of... Oh, wow, she's a badass? Okay. She's a badass. And she saves people. And they're gonna fall in love with her probably, right? Interesting. She's the tomboy of the group. She's also the perv master of the group too. Okay. Okay. So we have the shy girl, we have the perv master, and we have the alpha female. Interesting. Interesting. So where's the edginess? Where's the magical girl edginess that's probably gonna be thrown into here randomly? I know it's coming. Oh, there's the mom. Okay. Wait, she looks like she's wearing a maid outfit. Oh my god. Wow. Oh, whoa! Holy crap! Violence, the edginess, the guns, the blood. Here we go. Here we go. Oh god. Wow. Oh wow. Oh goodness me, here's the edgy part. Oh, okay. I do kind of like her outfit though. She kind of reminds me of a maid, as I said before. I mean, it doesn't look terrible, but I don't know. It looks like she's gonna be overpowered too. Like she's totally taking him out like it's nothing. She looks like she's gonna be overpowered. Very interesting. Okay, I guess we'll stop there. Interesting. So do you guys think that looks interesting? Wait, hold on. So what do you guys think? Wait, I hope that you guys were able to actually see that though. Wait, hold on. Oh yeah. So what do you guys think from that trailer? Does that look interesting? That's one of the shows that's coming out that apparently is a Magical Girl show, which is rated 17. Okay, interesting. Very interesting. Magical Girl spec. Very interesting. So yeah, that's the token Magical Girl show that's coming up. Very interesting stuff. Very, very interesting. Okay, somebody just, big tits. Welcome, DBR XX1. Yeah, I feel the same way, Good World, right? The animation does look average. It didn't stand out to me at all. Like, I'm not really sure why that's a thing. But whatever. I'll probably watch one episode of it. I probably won't make any videos about it, but, nah, whatever. Let's see here. Ice Cream Gamer. In Megia Record, the transformation from Madoka, Sayaka, Kyoko, Mami, Homer, you can tell that they are older than they get younger. Yeah, I actually have another video where I'm talking about that too. Yeah. Let's see. I don't see enough of what's the goal. Yeah, we essentially don't learn very much about like what that particular anime is going to be about. We just essentially just got a whole bunch of action and typical cliche characters with typical animation. And hello, Goblin Halo, welcome to the... Oh, Goblin Slayer, welcome to the stream. Kind of a shame because... Okay. Yeah, I totally agree with Critic. We don't really get a lot of information. We don't get any context. The trailer was just all action and edginess. Um, do you think there's a possibility of Madoka Magica having a crossover, official or otherwise, with more lighthearted Magical Girl series Pretty Cure? I guess that's a possibility. I'm trying to think how if that would work. If you were to take the Precure characters and inject them into the Madoka Magica series, or if you did the opposite, would that actually work? I mean, because I'm just wondering, because would it essentially just be like a happy atmosphere kind of thing, or would they actually try to? I'm not really sure. I mean, are you guys even interested in the idea of a more lighthearted version of Madoka existing? That's similar to Precure. This because this is the question that Little Karibo is asking. Would you guys be interested in this idea of Madoka crossing over with Pretty Cure? I'm not sure if that would work. That would be interesting, though, and I'm sure it would make a lot of people happy. Actually, I wonder what would happen if Madoka ever tried to do a crossover with Sailor Moon. I wonder how that would go. Those are basically like the two biggest magical girl shows ever to exist, essentially. At least at this point. I wonder what would happen if you tried to bridge the gap of those two shows. Let's see here. I'm just trying to see if I left any comments here that I can look at. I think I more or less kind of looked at all of them, kind of. Okay, so there we go. Let's see. And Bunny Sunny Mew is like, fuck no. I'm guessing she's saying fuck no to the idea of Pretty Cure and Madoka connecting together, possibly, or maybe not. If Magical Quartet has creative licenses, they'd probably be reluctant. Yeah, I could see that being a thing. Let's see here. Nah, I live for the pain. Okay, so DBRX is totally into the pain of Madoka. That's totally messages right there. Nah, I live for the pain. Oh, yes, but I agree that the pain in Madoka feels really good. It actually feels really good. I think that's why most of us like it. We love the pain. We love the. Let's see here. Well, let's try Pretty Cure. I'm going to make a Madoka Precure crossover. Oh boy, so he said so. Okay, so Abnormal is still writing fan fiction that he's selling to us. My headcanon is Homura Tamura mangas are only a dream. Interesting. Okay. So anyway, I guess I'm going to continue on with the original discussion that I set up here, where I'm supposed to be reading some comments. So, okay, so I essentially responded to that. Let's see here. So, yeah, so for those that don't know, this is basically a video where I ask people whether or not they feel Magia Record is being anticipated. And I'm just more or less going through what people have said and I guess kind of like talking about it with you guys. So, Namu Dog basically says, I'm excited since I played the game and read the story, but I agree that not many people care about Magia Record. Maybe if they actually find translators who officially translate the game, the more people would get excited, though that would be pretty hard. Honestly, the story is okay. Not as good as Madoka Magica, but still enjoyable with great characters and amazing voice acting. The gameplay is repetitive, but the lore of new Magical Girls help balance it out. Yeah, this is probably the biggest thing Magia Record has going for it, and that is the amount of characters. I think this is both a blessing and a curse for Magia Record, because there are so many characters that are introduced, but the problem that I see is that there's a lot that they throw out there, but there's just not a lot. It's like it's more quantity over quality, but I do think that the idea of the fact that there's new characters is one of the things that's going to make people excited or interested in wanting to check this out. And it especially makes sense because I did a few polls on my main channel where I asked you guys, when it comes to Magia Record, what types of videos are you the most interested in seeing? And the biggest answer that I got was actually Magical Girls. So essentially, it seems like most people really care a lot about the idea that there's going to be a bunch of new Magical Girl characters that they want to know about, just kind of based on that. So I think this comment sort of represents that. I think that one thing that people are probably most anticipating in Magia Record is just the idea of that there's new characters, which I can kind of understand because in Madoka Magica, we have always had the same characters for like a really long time, like the main Magical Girls, not counting the spin-off mangas. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but I can understand why there would be some people that would be really excited over the idea that we're going to get like more characters that are going to be introduced.
Hopefully, the Megia Record anime will find a way to spend some time developing these characters, because the worst thing that this show can do is introduce these characters, not give any depth or any real backstories as to who they are like they do in the games, and then expect people to love and care about them. If they don't go about introducing and developing these characters in the right way, I think that that's going to be a really big backlash within the anime itself, because one of the great things about Madoka, in my opinion, is the fact that, the series really goes out of its way to sort of flesh out, different aspects of all the girls, like their personalities, why they do what they do, their happy moments, their negative moments. And that's one of the things that I love the most about the Madoka series, is that it really takes a lot of time to showcase the human connection as well as the human condition in relationship to all the characters. So if Megia Record doesn't find a way to do the same thing, in my opinion, that is really going to be a massive downfall in relationship to the characters that we do get. So yeah, that's just my take on it. So yeah, the fact that there's new characters is gonna possibly be Megia Record's strength and possibly its weakness, depending on how they go about showcasing the characters within the story. So yeah, this is another person who, let's see here. And yeah, and this person also mentions that if they translated Megia Record, we would probably more people would probably be interested, which I can kind of agree with. I think it's like a waste, like that they're not trying to market Megia Record over to us. Like I know Japan doesn't care to sell things to people outside of their country, but you have so many people in like the United States and probably all over the world who really want to play this game, and they can't. So you essentially have like people who are kind of fan subbing it in secret, but they're not making themselves known because they don't want to get in trouble. Yeah, so what do you guys think of this comment, of what this person is saying? Do you agree or do you disagree with anything that they're saying? I just gave my take on it. DBRX1, Megia Record plot seems average. Yeah, I feel the same way. It works though. All I want is for the anime is Holy Mami fight versus spoiler. Let's see here. So, maybe if any translator translated the story period, since the story gets the good problem and nobody's translating it. Let's see here. It gives itself its own kind of feel. I want to play the game so much. The darkness of the series is what makes Madoka special. I agree. Mami-Sexual, remember the first time I met you on Google Plus? Possibly. What was your name on Google Plus? I might possibly remember you. I don't think you're not Lance, are you? I don't think you are, but I do remember you. I used to be very active on Google Plus, which nobody really remembers because nobody uses it. But I think when I was first starting this channel, I was very active on Google Plus, and I actually met a lot of people from Google Plus who migrated to my channel. So Google Plus actually was a good tool in helping me to connect with a lot of you guys. In the early days, I don't do Google Plus anymore. I wonder if I should go back. I wonder what Google Plus is like now. Let's see here. So, let's see here. What do you think of Magical Girl's site? To be quite honest with you, I don't really like that very much. Magical Girl's site, I've only seen a few episodes of it, and I read a little bit of the manga. I feel like Magical Girl's site is a perfect example of, like, edgelord. Like, it's just like, because, for example, that main girl goes through so much bullying and so much suffering, and I understand that the idea is to try to make us feel sorry for her, but I just felt like it was, like, unnecessary. I just felt like they just spent more time showing us how she's suffering, and they just, I don't know, I just wasn't able to get into that. I think the most interesting thing about Megia Record is probably the relationship that the main girl develops with that blonde girl, because there's like that Yuri undertone aspect to it that I sort of kind of like. But other than that, I don't really like Magical Girl's site. I apologize for anybody that does. If you love Magical Girl's site, then that's great. I hope you love it. I don't. I'm just being honest. That's not my thing. But let's see here. Hi. You're a new sub. Awesome. Hi, new sub. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you for coming to the stream. It's pretty cool. Let's see here. The hell is Google Plus? That's funny. The hell is Google Plus? Yeah, I think that's pretty much. I think that's accurate. That basically sums up Google Plus in a few words. What the hell is Google Plus? Yeah, what is Google Plus? What actually is Google Plus? Is that even a thing? Let's see here. I find it interesting how even though a lot of you guys are talking about like some of the dark magical girl shows, which is not a surprise because every now and then I always have people who really like my channel that always say to me, "Oh, you should talk about some of the other shows like Magical Girl Sight or Magical Girl Rising Project." I always get requests from you guys to, I guess, make some kind of videos about those. I suppose. Though, and one day I will, though they're not going to be videos where I'm highlighting those shows. I'm probably just going to be kind of tearing them down, but in a very fair, constructive way. I promise I'll be as fair as I can. Let's see here. Everyone dies in the end of Sight. Jeez, you could give us a spoiler warning, Abnormal. My goodness, you just gave a little spoiler there. What are we supposed to do with that? Anyway, Google Plus is where the role players and furries are. Okay. Anyway, I guess I'm going to go back and start reading more of questions of what was actually said. Let's see here. So, let me read this comment. Skepticism is just the normal reaction to new things. I actually prefer Megia Record rather than Season 2. Oh, wow. We actually have a person that has a unique perspective. So this is somebody who is more interested in Megia Record existing than a continuation of Madoka. Very interesting. To me, the story in Madoka Magica, at least in the original anime, is over. You can say, but Rebellion, of course, but this is the thing about Rebellion for me. It was just made for the fans. Fans who said things like, we want to see the girls working together. We want to see Kyoko and Sayaka getting along. Even if Mami and Kyoko have way more chemistry in another story manga than Kyoko and Sayaka. And whoa, controversial comment. Controversial comment. I imagine if any Sayaka Kyoko shippers have seen this, they probably have their pitchforks. This is so controversial. But I do sort of understand this perspective because if you read different story manga and you make a comparison between Mami and Kyoko's relationship in there versus Sayaka and Kyoko's relationship, you definitely can make an argument that Mami and Kyoko have more depth as far as their interactions are concerned. Because they start off as being, senpai and kokai, and they both go through so much drama in relationship to their own feelings and circumstances. So this is really interesting. If you've read different story manga, do you agree that Mami and Kyoko have more depth as far as their interactions and relationship is concerned? I'm not necessarily saying from a romantic standpoint, but just in general, this is a very interesting perspective. Anyway, I want to see Homura fighting Mami. I kind of agree because one good thing about the Mami versus Homura fight in the Rebellion movie is that a lot of people could feel the tension between Mami and Homura in the original Madoka Magica series, because when you think about all their interactions before Mami died, you sort of got this tease or this feeling that these two were going to go at it, but because of what happened to Mami, we never got a chance to really see what would have happened if the two actually fought each other. So Rebellion is great in the idea that it gave fans an answer as to what would have happened had these two actually fought in the original series. At least that's how I look at it. So I do agree with what Tabor is saying, the idea that much of what Rebellion was fan service, and the idea of giving fans of Madoka what they wanted as far as what we maybe didn't get in the original series or what the original series was alluding to. So I do kind of agree with this. And he says, don't get me wrong, it's good fan service. I feel a big part of this is because they knew they were making fan service and embraced it. But the only new thing Rebellion brings Homelia. It's just went nowhere and kind of radically changed the world of the series, which I do agree with. There was so much shit that happened at the end of Rebellion that we don't even have any proper explanation for half of what actually happened. This is why speculation videos exist, because with the way that the Rebellion ended, it just left so many questions and so many things that just didn't make sense. So all you can really do as a fan is to try to speculate and to try to fill in some of the freaking unexplained, holes in it, kind of. Anyway, maybe they have a plan, but if they actually have one, they would be working on that instead of Megia Record. And what's really interesting is that even though we're getting Megia Record, I don't think it is an impossibility that the creators are not still working on a continuation of Madoka, especially because it seems like a lot of them are not involved in Magia Record. Like, I know Gino Ibushi is not involved. I don't know if the others are involved, like the other like creators, but I wonder. I do feel like there is a possibility that even though we're getting Magia Record, which is probably being worked on by a different team, maybe they're actually still working on some kind of Madoka continuation. Anyway, I like Rebellion, but I will be happy to call it some kind of alternative world of something if that gives us opportunity to see more of the original series world. Maybe it's because I'm a fan of things that work in generations. I'm a big Kamen Rider fan, but I kind of prefer to see another series in the same world, maybe with some guest characters rather than season 2. Yes, maybe Magia Record isn't what the fans want, but to me, you never give fans everything they want in a show. Just give them a little, oh wow, this guy sounds like, what's the word I'm looking for here? Well, it's really interesting because the philosophy he's alluding to is that you essentially give people enough of what they want, but you leave them wanting more. This is technically a good psychological like strategy to apply when you have an audience or fans of people that like what you do. So what he's actually saying does make sense. Anyway, because when you I actually do agree with that. Let's see. Don't tell me you don't want to see Madoka X Magia Record movie. Oh, wow. Come on. Don't tell me you don't want to see Madoka X Magia Record movie with 10 magical girls transforming at the same time. Holy crap, that would be balls to the wall crazy. 10 magical girls, like a Magia Record Madoka Magica movie where you have 10 magical girls transforming. Oh my god. That would be insane. That would be totally insane. If the transformations are good as the ones in Rebellion movie, then hell yes. Okie dokie. Okay, let me go back to the comments and see if people are like saying anything. Let's see here. I guess I can show this one. Let's see here. Urobuchi was forced to make Rebellion by Shaft, and the ending was Shimbo's idea. Wow, you kind of make it seem like Gen Urobuchi was kind of tied up, and he was kind of forced to have to. It was almost as if they had like a gun to his head and say, "Okay, we want to make more money, so we have to make this movie. Make it for us now." Like, the way that you say that sort of makes it seem like that's what you're alluding to. Let's see here. That's nice to know that I explained Rebellion. Urobuchi actually wanted a happy ending and to end the series, but Shaft, yeah, I have read this already in relationship to that. Yeah, they wanted to continue the series because it was so successful. But Shaft wanted to turn Madoka into a cash cow, so they used Shimbo's idea as a springboard for the franchise like Naruto. Oh god. Laugh out loud, the marketing company. Yeah, I totally agree. Let's see here. But yeah, I actually really kind of like that person's comment in relationship to what they said. So let's see here. I'm just moving on. I guess I don't have that many more to go through, but I'm going to go through some more of these, and then I guess I'm going to maybe switch to like a Madoka game that I can play on the stream, which will be fun to show up. I'm anticipating it, but I want it ASAP before the hype dies again. 2019 will be here next week. Now let's get this shit on the road. On January 1st, the expectations begin. I want the first episode. It's interesting because as of right now, there is no release date for when Magia Record is supposed to come out. I'm kind of anticipating that we're probably going to get it on probably winter of next year, if I had to take a guess. But anyway. Imagine if they did, I'd be so happy. So yeah, you definitely do have some people anticipating Magia Record. Let's see here. And Momo Tama says, I know I am excited due to the fact that we see new girls, new fights, and a whole new plot. Others, on the other hand, I can see not being excited. If they haven't been keeping up with all the Magic Record stuff to begin with. I mean, when you think about it, if you have played it or watched someone YouTube sub it for people to watch, then maybe however the game was mainly released to Japan and just released in China, so it's kind of a disconnected type of series when they know fans wanted the concept movie first. This is very interesting. He makes a very good point. People probably would be more excited about Magia Record if they had access to the game. Can you imagine if everybody like had access to be able to play that game when it was first released? There would probably be a lot more anticipation for this anime, but that's probably true because a lot of people don't know what to expect from this. They don't don't know anything about the characters or the story, so it's kind of normal that a lot of people would not be excited about the idea of this new anime when they don't really know very much about it. So that's actually a very good point. You could almost say that this is kind of poor marketing in the sense of trying to showcase this to the world internationally, but I know that Japan is more concerned about the money that they make in their country more so than what they make on the outside. But if they were really trying to maximize Megia Record from the idea of like from a world perspective, then they would have found a way to release that game to everybody, and then there would be more anticipation, and then there would probably be more hype. That's actually a very good, this is a very good perspective, and there's definitely a massive disconnect here, without a doubt. Let's see here. I really feel excited because it will help me understand more about the story since I've just recently played into the game. Some of its concepts are somehow interesting. So yeah, there's a lot of mixed reviews. I think most people are just kind of, Sakura's Gamer is like, for me, I don't really care about Megia Record, but I'm interested, so I will watch it. Okie dokie. Let's see here. Mirror 0x0. I want to see it because maybe the characters will tie into the anime that continues Rebellion. Plus, I know nothing about it, so maybe it'll be amazing. What's interesting is that Megia Record could very well be... I like to think that maybe it's being released as a way of kind of... because I think there's a good chance these characters will be in the next Madoka movie. So we'll have to see how things go in relationship to that. Let's see here. And Swag Bunny says... I mean, I'm pretty interested. This would be an interesting change because when it comes to fantasy stories, there are two major categories. Stories that have a group of main characters, and that's it. And stories that have a group of characters and a lot of supporting characters. Madoka Magica is an example of the first category. You've got the main six, and that's pretty much it. He told me any others aren't mentioned a lot, while Fairy Tail... Why is Fairy Tail being mentioned here? While Fairy Tail is an example of the second category, it has so many characters that all play important roles in each arc. While I love both animes, I feel like Megia Record will add a nice change to Puella Magi to widen the amount of characters. Yeah, that's interesting. That's a very optimistic approach to looking at the idea that they're going to be presenting a lot of different characters. It's definitely going to expand a lot on the lore of Madoka. I'm just concerned that there's going to be too many, and they're not going to be able to really develop these characters. I kind of compared it to something like Magical Girl Rising Project. One of the reasons why I didn't like the show was that you had so many characters, and so many of them, like, for example, died, or really didn't do anything, and we really didn't get a chance to, like, know about a lot of who they were. That's my perspective on that. Anyway, so going back to comments, let's see what we have. Going back to comments. Welcome, Caden. I don't know if you're still here, but welcome. Let's see here. And the Everything Sandwich. I love that name. The Everything Sandwich. Welcome. Oh my god. The Everything Sandwich. Let's see here. I'm excited for Megia Record, says Everything Sandwich, mostly because I can't play the game. Yes, Urabuchi had a metaphorical gun to his head during Rebellion. That's why they used Shimbo's idea of Homura betraying Madoka. That's pretty harsh, huh? Hush way of thinking. I've been following Megia Record for a while, and I'm really excited for this. He couldn't come up with a sequel, and Shimbo gave them one, and Rebellion was formed. Yeah, this is, I read that in an interview. Let's see here. Rebellion was formed. Actually, I think I just lost my place here. Hold on a second. Did I lose my place? As I'm trying to read through comments, did I lose my place? Where did I last? Okay. And since was the face behind Madoka, he took the blame for the whole mess. It's kind of like you're implying that Rebellion was a bad movie. There are actually a lot of people that love Rebellion. Plenty of people like to argue that the ending in Rebellion was actually better than the original. I'm not one of those people, but I'm just saying that's just one of the perspectives that I hear. At least it wasn't shitty like other companies making a sequel, and it sucks just so they could get money. And it's Gertrude says that's true. No, Megia Record is a separate universe. It's confirmed by Nagisa and Godoka. I like the concepts of doppels and that magical girls can control their despair, which form, in a sense, if they add that in the anime, that would be pretty cool, but I don't know if they would do that. Yeah, I think the idea of doppels is probably one of the biggest additions from Megia Record, but I have a question. Do you guys think that the whole idea of Sayaka and Nagisa being able to connect to their witch counterparts, do you feel like the whole idea of doppels might have been inspired from that idea? Like when you kind of think, because it is a little, it's not exactly the same, but it is a little similar. Do you think that perhaps the inspiration for the idea of doppels could have come from Sayaka and Nagisa being able to connect to their witch forms in the third movie? I was kind of thinking that might be a possibility. Let's see here. They also confirmed that Megia happened before Rebellion. Yeah, I believe Megia Record is supposed to happen in one of Homura's alternative timelines where she still has the glasses, like the Momura version. So you could actually make an argument that Megia Record is like a prequel to the Madoka anime in the idea of the timeline of the main timeline that we see in the series, since we have the Momura version there. I think they might do that actually. The Doppels. I love Rebellion. I also love Rebellion. Watch it 24/7. God, you watch Rebellion 24/7. Okay. What do you guys think are the best moments in Rebellion? If you guys had to make like a list, what are the moments that stand out to you the most in Rebellion? Yeah, if you guys have a list of anything. Does Megia Record show the magicals that were okay, let me read this again. Does Megia Record show the magicals that were shown dying when Madoka became God? I'm a little confused by this question. Does Megia Record show the magical? You mean magical girls that were shown dying when Madoka? Oh, are you saying the magical girls that were shown at the end on the 12th episode? I don't think any of those girls are present in Megia Record, with the exception of that one character that came from, because there's a Madoka spin-off manga called the Jeanette arc or something like that. I don't remember, but it's like a historical thing that is connected to something that happened in France. I don't remember too much about it, but I do know that there is a character that is shown at the end of the 12 episode series that is in that manga that is actually in Megia Record. You know what? That's actually another thing about Megia Record that I am looking forward to, because if you're somebody who reads a lot of the Madoka spin-off mangas, then you probably know that a lot of the characters that were in the spin-off mangas are actually going to be in the Megia Record. They're actually in the mobile game. Like, for example, one of my favorite spin-off mangas is one called Suzune Magica. If anybody doesn't know, and I think I'm just going to show a little bit of it because I really, really like Suzune Magica, so I'm just going to randomly show it because Suzune Magica. So one of my favorite Madoka spin-off mangas is actually Suzune Magica. And this is actually one that is, this is, a lot of the characters from this manga are actually in the Megia Record mobile game. So since that is a thing, that means that there's a possibility that these characters could be in the Megia Record anime. So I think that's kind of cool. This is actually one of my favorite characters. I don't know if you've never read the Suzune Magica manga, it's really, really good. This is like one of my favorite characters. I actually have a video that's coming up where I'm going to talk about her a little bit, but she is like really awesome. This is probably my second favorite magical girl. Mommy's my favorite. This is like number 2. But yeah, one thing about Megia Record that I am excited about is the fact there's going to be like a lot of spin-off characters. Like I said, you have this girl from Suzune Magica, and then of course you have Oracle Magica that is supposed to also be in the Megia Record thing, which I also really like. I think Oracle Magica is pretty cool. I really like this character. I actually have one of the mangas from Oracle Magica, which is great. And so yeah, I'm definitely excited about a lot of the spin-off manga characters that will probably be in the Megia Record anime. So yeah. Anyway, so let's see here. All Rebellion is the best moment, with the exception of the bus scene. It takes them way too long to get to that point. I believe I share that same opinion, actually. I want to see Anne Frank Magical Girl. Anne Frank is a magical girl. I need to read Suzune Magica. Yes, Pikmin, dude. Suzune Magica is freaking amazing. It is amazing. It's so good. To be fair, I love the character designs in that manga. The story is not really... I feel like the story could have had more depth to it, but I still enjoyed it. As I said, I think Suzune kind of carries that manga, for me personally. I only heard of a different story manga. A different story manga is great. That's actually my favorite manga, and that's probably the most popular spin-off Madoka manga, all things considered, is different story. Since it showcases Mami and Kyoko. It was actually one of the first ones that ever came out. I think it came out after Kazumi Magica, which is another spin-off manga that I think is okay. Let's see here. Suzune Magica is good, and Oracle Magica, yeah, I agree. Those are both great mangas. Especially the little girl I'm guessing you're referring to. I think her name is Yuma. She's that green chick. She's this little green haired chick who's really cute. I think she's cute. I love her relationship with Kyoko. Like I love the relationship that she has with Kyoko. Like Kyoko takes sympathy for her because she can relate to her circumstances with being alone and her parents, and she begrudgingly kind of takes her under her wing. They have a beautiful relationship in the manga. Yeah, it's really good. So hopefully if these characters are implemented in McGee Record, I hope that they're able to sort of pay homage to the relationship that these girls have in the actual manga. Like, it'll be interesting to see how they actually handle that aspect of it. What do you guys think about the Monogatari characters being in the Madoka spin-off manga? What do you guys think of the Monogatari characters being in the Megia Record mobile game? And do you think that there's a chance that they might actually be featured in the Megia Record anime? I feel like that's kind of the closest thing to a potential crossover that we might get, where you're taking characters from Shaft, like the Monogatari characters, and then injecting them into the Madoka universe by way of Megia Record. Is there anybody here who knows anything about the Monogatari series and is excited over the possibility of it being a crossover where you have, like I said, the characters from Megia Record as well as the characters from the Monogatari series? Anybody here know anything about that? I'm actually kind of a fan of the Monogatari series. I haven't followed all of it, but I do like it. Like, I do like certain aspects of it. And Gertrude agrees that Suzune Magica is awesome. Yeah, I agree. Did different artists draw the covers of the spin-off mangas? Yes. There are a few consistent ones. Like, the same person that did different story also did the original Madoka series as a manga. He also did the Wraith manga. Like, that particular artist, I don't remember his name. It starts with an H, but he actually did 3, and I'm pretty sure they did, I think it's a girl if I'm not mistaken, but they actually did both the art and the story, I think, for those 3. And I know that the person that did Oracle Magica, he did, because I think with Oracle Magica you have, there's like 3 volumes, and then there's like a prequel to Oracle Magica, and then there's like an extra one. And I know that was all done by one person. And Suzune Magica was done by somebody totally different. And I think it's like that for a lot of the spin-offs. So yeah, essentially, with the spin-off mangas, a lot of them have been done by different people, but some of them have actually come back to do other ones. Let's see. What's your favorite besides Different Story? Okay, so my favorite spin-off manga. So besides Different Stories, Suzune, Oracle, I like the Wraith manga arc. I like Kazumi Magica a little bit. That one is okay. Trying to think if there's anything else at the top of my head. I actually have read Homura's Revenge. I will admit I wasn't the biggest fan of that manga, but I will admit that was back when I didn't really like Homura that much. But probably if I read it today, I probably would enjoy it a lot more. But I do own that manga. I wonder if I should. It's funny because a long time ago I once did a manga collection book showing where I have a video where I showcased all the mangas and books that I have. I do have a video on YouTube where I do showcase that. I'm questioning if I should re-upload that video. Actually, I have a question. Would you guys be interested if I were to upload a video on this channel where I'm showing like my manga collection and my book collection? Essentially, because again, I do have a video where I do show all the Madoka mangas that I have as well as like books that I have. I just did it as a live stream. I could randomly re-upload that on the second channel for anybody that is interested. But to answer your question, my Suzune Magica, Oracle, Kazumi, Wraith, and I think those are basically my favorite spin-off mangas at this point, I would say. Let's see here. Rebellion's ending was more happy because all the girls are back alive. Mami isn't alone anymore. Kyoko and Sayaka are together in the end, and Homura is now able to protect Madoka like she wanted. Aww. Yeah, I guess this is one way of looking at it. I don't disagree with this perspective. It's funny because for me personally, I was very neutral when it came to how Rebellion ended at the time I wasn't very big into Homura when I first watched the movie. So for me, Rebellion, when I first watched it, was kind of like fan service because of the fact that Mami was like so actively involved, and I very much love like every single thing that Mami does, like literally every single thing. I was just kind of gushing and going crazy. So that was kind of like those are some of my favorite things. I mean, obviously, as I've rewatched Rebellion, I've gotten more opinions about it, but I would say initially that was what I first got from Rebellion. Like I didn't particularly care a whole lot about what Homura did. But yeah, that's just me. But yeah, so essentially, yeah, Rebellion does do a lot for fans of the original series, and there is like a lot of different perspectives to take from it. Anyway, so Homura is my second favorite character. Madoka is my first. Yes, Homura is probably the most. I'm sure if I were to do a poll, Homura would come out as being the most popular character, like within the community of like my channel. I'm positive. I was confused on how Rebellion ended. That's not surprising because they don't really explain anything. Everything that happens at the end of Rebellion, I feel like is really just up to interpretation because there's so many like ways of viewing every single thing that actually happened. Like, but I think the good thing about that is that there's a lot to talk about and there's a lot to speculate about. I love speculating about Madoka, so when you have like things happen the way that they did in Rebellion, it's just fun to kind of dive into your head and try to think about the possibilities based on what was there. Let's see here. Abnormal says, as for Kazumi, the end ambiguous as the three girls survived that. Another spoiler! I didn't finish Kazumi Magica. Well, whatever. Type Magica is a point in history where the let's see here. I might get the spin-off mangas with my allowance. That's probably money well invested. If you buy mangas though, if you live in the US, I recommend going to Right Stuff. Right Stuff sells the Madoka spin-off manga is probably cheaper than like most places. Especially it's better than like Amazon. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm just looking at like comments here. If you guys have any things you can like re-ask. Show your manga collection outside the toothbrush scene. Monogatari is unknown. Oh, Jesus, wow. I mean, obviously the toothbrush scene is very infamous. Like the whole toothbrush porn scene and the Monogatari series, that was pretty awesome. It's I will admit, it is kind of sad to think that that the Monogatari series might be more known for that toothbrush scene than anything else. It's like it has so many seasons. Are you telling me that most people that don't know anything know that series for the toothbrush scene more so than like what actually happened? What the hell? It's obviously relevant since there will never be a sequel. I live in the small town, so okay. Well, I mean, hey, if Amazon works for you, then Amazon's not a bad place. I bought a lot of manga off there. Okay. So I guess I'm going to continue reading some of the comments. There's not really too much more. Anyway, so Megia Record has been making money off of its characters, but now that they're trying to make money off the main story, so a rewrite is in order. Because if they stick with the main story, anime only fans will be pissed. Okay, let me read that again. Megia Record has been making money off of its characters, but now that they're trying to make money off the main story, so rewrite is in order. So in other words, this person is thinking that they're going to probably rewrite the story of Megia Record when they adapt it into an anime. So anyway, because if they stick with the main story anime, only fans will be pissed. For me, I think the main flaw in the main story is that it just focuses on the protagonist and justifying their actions by making Magnus way more evil than they need to be. Honestly, there is no reason why they should be a tart villain. Probably want to understand. Let's see. I actually saw the I actually have been investigating the story. For now, I guess I'll just explain why the main cast will be disliked. Starting off with Ara, who is basically a watered-down Madoka with no depth other than her missing sister at all. Also, a hypocrite and complete idiot in later chapters. This is very harsh criticism to the main female lead in Megia Record. Do you guys agree with this harsh criticism on this character? That is very, very harsh. Now, Yashio, at first, she starts off pretty good, but then suddenly became the group's Ursa. Ursa from Fairy Tail, Ursa Scarlet. She is ill-suited for the Madoka setting because she's good at everything. Oh, wow. Interesting. She manages to balance college, being a Maguka, and being a model. Meguiar Record. I just realized Meguiar Record has a lot of models. So she's a model. Ria Ami is a model, and there's another model girl. I don't remember, but that's interesting. Of course, excelling in all those areas. Wow. So based on how this person is explaining it, Yashia seems like she's perfect. Just based on how this person is kind of like, at least this is their perspective. For example, her rival in modeling is a character based her wish an entire life on her good looks, Ria Ami. But Yashio effortlessly does it. Not to forget her hobby of collecting rumors. She's just naturally gifted at being always plot relevant and has infinite time, I guess. Wow, that's very interesting. Either that, or she's a lit student. Did I mention the convenient grandma medicine that she has, and conveniently can house infinite homeless Magukas? Okay, so essentially this person is making that girl out to be perfect. It's really funny because I'm probably getting a lot of spoilers here. I'm slowly trying to investigate this game, but a lot of people, but I'm getting spoiled. Well, I guess that's just how it is. Now onto Sana. It's like based off of her magical girl set character with tragic backstory and all. Basically, her father died and her mother married a new guy. Let's see here. New guy's son. All of a sudden, their entire family hates and ignores her. Anyway, Sana is like, look, bad things happen to me, so you should feel bad for me, which has no more impact than the headline of a newspaper article. I honestly can't stand Sana's characterization of the story. She's too goody, head pat me, please. I like this. She's too goody, head pat me, please. Okay, that's funny. Let's see here. What do you guys think of this? Let's see here. Say it sooner, damn it. I already finished Kazumi years ago. Madoka Magica could have been like some magical girl show where no one dies. That would have been so boring if that had happened. Mommy balanced school, or she appeared to until you read different story. That's an interesting point. So essentially, Mommy sort of did appear as perfect at the beginning when you didn't know very much about her. It wasn't until later. So who's to say? Maybe Yashio actually is not perfect. Maybe part of her story is that we're being made to believe that she is like this perfect girl that can balance everything. But maybe eventually we're gonna get some reveal that maybe there's something more to her than we first thought. At the very least, that would probably be a way that they could turn that character around if that was in fact a flaw. That would be interesting. Fun fact: I got a box of soul gems and Cube Pussy, so I had to explain the entire plot of Madoka to my dad. He was very surprised. Interesting. Okay. What's interesting is I can't imagine like what like a lot of people who don't know anything about anime would think about Madoka. I actually was able to share the Madoka series with my mother a long time ago, like in 2014, I think. Yeah, I think so, yeah. So I was actually able to share with her the series. She didn't really know a lot about anime, but she was able to kind of get into it. Her favorite character ended up being Homer, and she also liked Kyoko. She didn't like Mommy because Mommy didn't do enough for her to like her. But I think it's cool whenever you can get like parents and like people who may not normally like get into anime to actually watch things that you like. And this is what I meant when I said the Kyon needs to translate the fucking main plot. Jeez. Let's see here. I have read a little bit of Tart Magica. I read like the first chapter of that. I think it's pretty good. I will admit that I haven't really got into it, but there actually is one character in Tart Magica that I am interested in, and I probably would try to read Tart Magica again, because there's just this one character, and I think the character is this one. I'm thinking that this character, this character that's in Tart Magica, I'm kind of curious about her. Like, I'm really curious about her. Can somebody give me, like, a little bit of, like, info? Because, I don't know, I really like her character design. I just feel like if I can, does this character, like, play a big role in Tart Magica for anybody who's seen it? I'm just curious, because I did like Tart Magica from the first volume that I saw, but not a whole lot. I'm just wondering if maybe it might get a little bit more interesting. So if anybody has any information on this chick, let me know. Just saying, because I really like her design. Let's see here. And and this is what I meant when I said my mom watches Pull and Matter. She thinks this interesting. That's pretty cool. Hey, I think it's great when you can get like your parents into like anime that you like. I was able to get my mom to watch Madoka as well as Death Note and Steins Gate, and she also watched Pokemon, and she watched Naruto, and she watched. I got her to watch a lot of different things. I'm just now realizing that I got her to watch a lot of different things. I even got her to watch Final Fantasy, which I guess is technically an anime, but I got her to watch like the Advent Children movie, and I think I got her to watch what else was there? I think a little bit of Full Metal Alchemist. I actually got my mom to watch quite a lot of different things, which is probably amazing considering she is not really a big anime fan. So yeah, let's just move on, I guess. Let's see here. I'm just trying to kind of skim through these, and then I guess I'm gonna move on to the game playing portion. Well, even video on official Meki Record website is unavailable for my country, so I am not really in it. Anyway, at first I thought that 12 series is everything that I can see. Then after a year, I was looking through Homu pics and questioned, why are there so many arts with the same costume? I haven't noticed in the series. Then I discovered Movies and Rebellion. After first looking at it, I thought that it is over and can't imagine a good enough idea to do another film, but my friend, who I forced to watch movies, said the opposite thing. According to these facts, I prefer the fourth movie to Magi Record. Let's see here. After looking at it, I thought that it's over and I can't imagine a good enough idea to do another film. So apparently this person was very satisfied with the way the rebellion ended because they felt like there was no reason to continue. But their friends essentially saw it different. Okay. So this person, so non-excusable being is preferring. It's funny because I wonder if I should like do a tally number to see how many people that are commenting on this video care more about a fourth movie than a Magi Record. But I probably will have some more videos about it. Let's see here. I'm going to be pretty honest with you, my friend. I'm really mixed on this whole new Madoka series. I have two reasons as to why I feel this way. I know not everyone is going to agree with me, and that's fine with me, but this is my own opinion. My first reason why I am mixed is due to the fact of Madoka and Homura's journey or story isn't even done yet. I don't know about Mami, Nagisa, Kyoko, or Sayaka, but Madoka and Homura are the two strongest magical girls in the series right now. And from how Homura said, one day you and I may have to fight each other. Someday Madoka is pretty much telling us that there's going to be a lot more on the way, and there is some more room to develop both of them especially. So I have a question. Do you guys think that Homura deserves any more development? Do you think that with everything that happened in the third movie, do you think that Homura is in need of any more character development than what she has already gotten? Just out of curiosity, because this is an interesting. So Naruto Bleach PS3 fan seems to feel like that there's still a lot of room for development. So what do you guys think about that? Anyways, especially when they face off. So I would much rather have the fourth movie. It would be so weird to start on a new story with new characters when the old cast isn't even done with theirs yet. Interesting perspective. My second reason is canon to the Madoka series as a whole. I'm going to make a video about this, about Magi Record being canon. I'm going to make a video about this. Or is this just another spin-off series? Will it even matter at the end of the day? What I mean by that is, will this new series even come close to being on the original 12 episodes anime? That is Madoka Magica's level of character story presentation? Probably not. Probably not. The last thing you or anyone ever want is a watered-down version of the characters we know and love by saying, oh, the main girls are pretty much like Madoka herself. Nothing has changed or different about her, just her design and voice. Nothing to add that sets her apart from Madoka. She's just Madoka 2.0. She's referring to the main chick in Magi Record. Do you know what I mean? The story can make no sense, and that would even be the goal. And what would even be the goal at the end of the series? Some anime or spin-offs do this a lot, and it hurts the original series really badly. So to be careful when watching it, you can easily end up wasting your time if you're not careful. The anime can easily break and backfire. I'm a huge Madoka fan, like how I am with Ilya and Nanoha series. I freaking love both so much, by the way, so that's just how I feel when I first heard about this. I give this a watch and hope I'm wrong and the anime doesn't ruin the series with fire. So this person is very skeptical about how Magi Record is going to go. It could be really good and fun anime to watch and keep us hold until the fourth movie comes out. I don't know anything about the game Okay, so yeah, this is a perspective. It kind of seems like most people that are unsure about Megia Record are people that don't know anything about it. So I think the being skeptical makes sense. Anyway, looking at comments right now. Let's see here. Where did MS get the microphone? An Xbox 360? What? I recommend Madoka Magica to my friend, and she called everyone by their hair color. For example, Mommy was yellow hair girl. Okay. Let's see here. The girl from Tart Magica's name is Elisa, and she's from the Order of the Dragon, a region in that's Romaine Catholic. The Order of the Dragon helps France in the war. Interesting. So what kind of role does she play? Is she on the good side or is she the bad side? And hello, Miss King, and welcome. I'm glad you were able to make it. It's funny because your last name is like actually the same as mine, but anyway. So what am I doing? Okay, so we only have 2 comments left, and I guess after this I'm gonna show you guys a game, or I guess I'm gonna show you guys some games that I got. One of which is gonna be a Madoka game, and the other one is gonna be something that I got off of Steam. So I guess we're gonna move into the gaming portion of the stream in a little bit. Anyway, and Bunny Sunny Mew is like, hell yeah, I'm excited. I mean, I want to single more than any Madoka in. Any Madoka is good Madoka. This is a hardcore fan right here. Any Madoka is good Madoka. Cutie Pie left such a wonderful comment. That's why I had to pin it. He's like, I love your work and all that you do, especially your beautiful voice. Oh! That made me so happy when I read it. I had to pin it. I was so happy. Oh, it was so beautiful. Your video is the first time I've heard about the anime. Oh, that's awesome. So I was able to help somebody who didn't know about Megia Record that it existed. Though I would rather have the 4th movie. If the storytelling is great and the designs are cute, I'm seeing that everyone's alright with me. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Cutie Pie. Such a beautiful comment. Okay, so I guess now that we have done this part, I guess I'm going to move on to showing you guys a Madoka game. We're going to move on to the gaming portion of the stream now. She has an attitude like Ria Ami, in my opinion. Oh god, if that's the case, then I'll probably love her. Wow, you might have just given me a motivation to go read that. Very interesting. If it's that kind of character, then I probably will love her. Anyway, so what I need to do now, let me see if I can switch over. So now I'm going to set up a game that I want to play for the stream. So give me a moment to set that up. I'm trying to think here. So I'm going to set that up, and trying to think, how do I do this? Okay. Anyway, give me a moment, guys. So now I'm gonna try to set up a game that I can hopefully play in the stream itself. So let's see how that goes. I'm just I'm just setting up something now. You guys are gonna see Mommy in your face for a little bit while I get this going. This will be very interesting because I haven't really done a whole lot of gaming. Actually, hold on a second. Okay, let me actually minimize this. Can I minimize this? Okay, minimized. Alright, so let me just set this up. Hold on. I probably should have did this before I started the stream, right? But I had so many issues with the audio that I couldn't be bothered. So let's see here. I gotta go to game capture, and I need to look for a specific game. And what are we looking for here? Capture a specific window, and let's see here. Title and title window. Title must match. So now we can find the game that I want to play, which is actually going to be this game that you guys can't see yet, but you will see in a little bit. Let's see here. So let's head over to this. Wait a minute. Okay. The game is not showing on the screen. I wonder why. Okay, let's try this then. Okay, let's try this. Give me a moment, guys. Just trying to figure out how I can set up this game that I want to show. Let's try Windows Capture. Let's see if that works. Let's see if that works. Setting up Windows Capture so I can show you guys the game. For some reason, it's not showing. Why is it not showing? Window and title must match. Okay, maybe I gotta start it over again. Okay, hold on a second. So let's see here. Alright, let me take this off.
Let me take this off. I am a professional streamer. I swear I am. I know exactly what I'm doing. I am so professional. I am so professional. Give me a moment. In truth, I actually haven't streamed in a very long time, so I'm trying to get myself used to this again. Anyway, so let me do another scene thingy. Okay, this is scene 5. Yeah, I think next time I'm gonna try to make sure that I have this ready beforehand. Anyway, game capture, and let's see here. Capture a specific window. I am the most professional streamer in the entire world. Okay, I am so professional. I know what I'm doing. Okay, so, the game in theory should be playing. Hold on a second. Okay, here we go. Perfect. So let me make this screen a little bit bigger so you guys can see it. You guys should. Okay, let me just make this a little bigger. So making this a little bit bigger. So you guys should be able to see that. I'm gonna set up my control, but you guys can kind of look at the screen for a little bit while the game, because I think when this game starts, you can see a little bit of the. So give me a second. I have to do something. Give me a second. Okay, trying to set up my. I actually have an Xbox One controller that I'm trying to set up here. Okay, I think I just set it up. Okay, so I should be able to play this. Hold on a second. Can you guys see the game? Okay, let me just make sure that you guys can see this. Can you guys see the game? Can you guys see the game? Can you guys see the game? You guys keep bringing up Untitled Magica. I can't stop thinking about them. Okay, so can you guys see the game okay? On the screen at the moment? Just let me know. I'm just kind of testing this out, making sure. I guess what I'll do is lower the music. Okay, thank you. I will do that. Lower the music. I believe that I have to do desktop audio. So, all right. So the music has been lowered. Let's experiment and see if it's better. Let me know if it's better. I did just lower the music. Is it better? Is it better? Hold on a second. Okay. Okay, is the music better or worse? What do you guys think? Hold on a second. I am a professional streamer. I know exactly what I'm doing. Lower it more. Okay, I'm gonna lower it more. Give me a second. I gotta lower it some more. Give me a second. Desktop. Okay, so I'm lowering it more. Okay, so. Hold on a second. What am I doing? So I'm lowering this more. Okay. Trying to think what I can do here. Actually, hold on a second. Why don't I just go to my computer system thingy? Let's go to volume mixer. Let's lower this. Actually, let me try this. So I'm gonna actually cut off the sound from my PC. Let's see if you guys can hear that, because at the moment you shouldn't hear anything. So you shouldn't hear anything at the moment in relationship to this game. So can you guys not hear anything at all? I'm just testing this out. Like you should, like in theory, you shouldn't be able to hear any music right now. So is that the case? Can you hear any music of it right now? Because I did something which should have lowered the sound completely. Okay, it's silent. Okay, so that means that I know how to control the audio. Perfect. Perfect.
Okay, so now it's silent. That was kind of what. Okay, so now I know how to control the audio. Okay, so now it should be lowered a lot. Let me know if it's loud or if it's like how it should be or whatever. So the sound is silent. Okay, so what about now? I'll lower it just a little bit more, just in case. I'll lower it a little bit more, just to make it better. So I just lowered it a little bit more. My ears are being raped. Okay. Okay. Too loud. Okay. Alright, let's make it super low. Let's make it super low. Okay, let's make it super low. Maybe worst case scenario. Okay, so now it's really low. Now it's really low. What about that? Is that loud or is that low? I can't hear anything now. Oh, goodness me. A lot of different reactions here. I guess worst case scenario, maybe I can just put the sound. Okay, DRBXX1. Okay, everybody's. Okay, perfect. Good. That's what I want to hear. Okay. Okay, cool. So most people seem to be okay. Alright, so I guess we're just gonna roll with that. If it's a problem, I'll just cut it off completely. So anyway, so yeah, this is one of the games that I wanted to play. I have my Xbox controller and let's see here. Wait, hold on. What's really tough about this is that I don't speak Japanese, so I don't know how to navigate the menu screen. What do you guys think? Should I do the hardest or should I do the easiest? You guys want to see me suffer by doing the hardest option, or should I just? What do you think? I'm trying to see if you guys want to vote or anything. That's fine. A little lower would be better, but it's okay. There must be how. Okay. You know what? I'll just pick the hardest difficulty, and we'll just roll with that. So, I guess if you guys want to see me suffer trying to figure this out, that'll be fun. I already suffered just by watching this game. Okay, are you not a fan of this game, DDRX1? Is that what you're trying to say? Anyway, so I'm gonna be playing. I hope I can. Does my controller work for this? It's not working. Okay, because the thing is, I want to make my Xbox controller work. Because trying to play this game on keyboard is fucking hard. Let me see if I can do something with this. Because I want to play this game with my controller, but it's not reading. I'm trying to think. Okay. Do I need to change something so that I can... Because ideally I want my Xbox controller to work here. I guess what I could do... I may regret doing this later, but I guess I'm gonna... Okay, let me try this. And let me know if you guys can still hear me. I'm about to do something with my microphone. Hold on a second. Okay. Hold on a second. Hold on. Microphone. Can you hear me now? As I said, this is kind of like a new thing. I haven't streamed in a long time, so I'm trying to like teach myself how to do this again. But it's just, you know. Alright, so let me try something.
Another little experiment that I'm gonna be doing right here. Let's see here. I wonder if that's loud. Is that loud or is that okay? I just did something random. So yeah, if you guys can give me feedback as this is going on, it's really helping me because I'm just trying to figure out how to set all this up. The music should not be loud at this point, I'm hoping. The music should not be loud. The music is still loud? Put your volume down. The music is still loud? Seriously? The music from the game is still loud? Let's see here. Let's see here. Anyway. Let's see here. The music is fine in my... Wait a minute. The music... Okay, the music is fine in my opinion. If I put the volume down, I can't listen to him. It's not loud. It's good over here. Well, I don't know what to say, DDRX1, because I'm asking people if it's loud. Most people seem to be okay with it. I'm trying to decrease it. I suppose I could just take away the volume completely. I guess that might be the alternative. I guess we'll try that. I'll try to take away the volume completely, and we'll see. So essentially, you guys will probably just get my voice if it's too much. So I'll try taking it away, and we'll see if it's just enough to see it. Then you won't hear the game sounds though, but I guess that might be okay. Anyway, so right now there is no volume. The volume is gone. Okay, so let's see what happens. So. Anyway, let's try to play this now. There is no volume. Okay, let's see here. Please, Xbox controller, work. I have been working so hard to make this a thing. The music is bloody awesome. It's Resident Evil. Also, okay, my Xbox controller works. Yay! Awesome. I can run around and shit. Okay. But before I start this, I just want to make sure that everything is okay in the stream. So let's see. Also, system crash. The music is bloody awesome. Wait, what? Okay. So is everything good? Can you guys see everything is okay? So I'm just gonna like play now. Hold on a second. Oh. Okay. Well, I guess I'm just gonna play. If any problems show up, you guys can just let me know. So let's just go ahead and just do something. Let's do something here. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna go cut down some witches. Some music would be nice. Well, I don't know what to do because I keep hearing people say, "Oh, it's too loud." So I don't know how to adjust this so that everybody's happy. So, I don't know how to adjust this so everybody's happy. So. Okay, so there's a little bit of music. I'll turn it up a little bit. I don't know. I just keep messing with these settings. So let me know what that sounds like, if you can hear anything at all. I'm trying to figure out a balance here. So that's a little bit of music right there. Let me know if you can hear that or if you can hear anything. Anyway, I will... Okay, so... I adjust my camera. Run forward. Basically, I have to follow that little red map right there. Right about there. Okay, that's basically where the enemies are. Okay, we're running. Okie dokie. Trying to find those little enemies on the little red radar station. They're probably gonna pop in out of nowhere, right? Let's see. Come on. Where are they? Okay, we're getting really close. We're getting close. Where are they? Shouldn't they be coming to me? Why do I have to go through all the work to come to them? Whoa! Okay, there we go. Okay, so how do I shoot? I don't even know. Wait. Okay, I just shot one. I don't even remember how to shoot. Okay, bullets! Bullets! I'm shooting! Oh god, really? Oh, fuck. Okay. I just remember it happens on like the most... Oh, damn it! Oh, shit! Shit! Okay. Oh, to pause this game. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, come on, die! No! Oh, it's smiling at me now! Okay, come on, come on. Oh, okay. Oh, nerve-wracking. Oh my god, what the fuck? Okay. Oh. Looks like I'm trapped! Looks like I'm trapped! Ah! Ah! Okay, shit! What can I do? Rocket launcher! Die! Oh, fuck, I killed myself trying to kill them. Okay. Anyway, let me check the chat and see what's going on. Let's see here. There is no middle point. Ear rape. I drew my own Madoka Magica. So, are you guys okay with the audio? I'm assuming that it's okay. Nobody's saying anything about it. Nobody's saying anything about it. Welcome back, Sunny Bunny Mew. The soundtrack is okay, I guess. So can you guys hear the audio okay? Nobody's saying anything, so I guess I'm... Okay, so she says yeah. Okay, cool. Alright. Let's just work with that. Okay. Let's see here. I'm okay with the audio. Okay, awesome. Cool. So let's just go with that. So I actually just lost because I don't know why. How do I restart? How do I restart? Okay, wait, so am I restarting? Okay. So, let's try that again. Let's try that again. So, we're gonna do... I'm still gonna do the hardest mission because I still wanna win! Okay. Okay, so here we go. We're doing this again. I'm actually still trying to get used to playing this game because I have done Let's Plays on my main channel. You probably can find it on this channel too, but it's been like years since I really played this game like really well. Anyway, so we are going to attack. Actually, let me just switch rocket launcher thing. Let me just switch it. Okay, I think it kind of makes sense to wait. Okay, my aim is not very good. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, I got him. Holy, come on. Okay, let's shoot. Okay, wait a minute. Oh, we're getting too close! Too close! Darn it! Oh. It's like they can't die, but I did choose the hardest difficulty, so I shouldn't be surprised. Oh my fucking god! What the hell? Okay. Wait a minute! Okay. I guess worst case scenario, they have to decrease the difficulty. This is a bit much. This is a bit much because I'm shooting them and they're not actually fucking being phased by the shots. They're not being phased by the shots! Come on! Like I'm really shooting them and I'm not doing anything! Oh my god! Oh! Okay, come on. Okay, I think we're starting to have some luck here. We're having some luck because, okay, finally! I almost died trying to get like that far. I need some help. Please give me some help. Is there any help here? Any help? Oh, I need help. Heal me, baby! Somebody heal me! I need help. Okay, there's actually not a lot of options. Not a grease seed. I didn't get anything from that. Why was that even there if I didn't get anything from that? Okay. Butterfly! Okay, perfect. We're slowly healing. I kind of want to heal some more before I have to... Oh, it's right behind me! Ah! I didn't actually see it until it was... Oh my, look at this. It's like not doing anything. Welcome to the hardest difficulty, I guess. Okay, so what are we doing? Trying to find the enemies on the red dot. Okay, so so trying to find enemies on the dot. Anybody saying anything in the chat? I will be checking the chat comments. I'd like to see myself get through this stage, especially after I just lost the first time. Okay, so I can actually see them in the distance. There they come! There they come! I think, like, if anybody's actually, like, wondering if you have the familiars actually do change it to or whatever. Okay, come on. Oh, it's getting closer! I feel like when you have the hardest difficulty, you're kind of required to have to use the rocket launcher. Look at this shit! It's not doing anything! It's funny because if I happen to run into a wall where I actually can't move any... Oh, I forgot I can do time magic. Yeah, I totally know how to play this game. I totally know how to play this game. Okay. Wait. Okay. Time magic. I need to take advantage of this and actually shoot this time magic and actually play. Okay. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna use this chance to get behind them. Okay, perfect. Okay. Okie. Actually, how do I do time magic again? Okay. Okie dokie. Okay. Let's see here. I'm trying to go on the map. Let's see. What are we looking for? Okay. Trying to find. Wait! I think there's one behind me. Is there? No, I guess. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Boy. Wait a minute. Okay, getting close. How do I do time magic again? Damn it. Okay. How do I do fucking time magic? Ah! Okay, how do I do time magic? Time magic power. Come on. Where is time magic? How do I do the time magic thing? Okay, I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm just button mashing at this point. I don't even know what I'm doing now. Yeah. I'm just button mashing now. I don't care. Die! Okay. Shit. It's funny because I think I'm hitting him with the launcher and I think it's actually making him appear in front of me. Shit. Okay. I'm killing them! Ah! Darn it! Oh well! Oh well! Alright, I know I've been neglecting the chat, so let me take a quick look at what's going on. Oh my goodness. That was nerve-wracking, I guess. Okay, looking at the chat, I've been sort of... Okay. It's because many comments are outdated. Makes the game more boring instead of more fun. Time for Deadpool. Place your bets on... Boy, abnormal. You're placing a bet on my playing. Now, 100 ways for Homura to die. Okay. Oh, welcome, Coco Cat. I'm thinking we should choose another option. Julius Pringle set his army of clones. The Anthony Familiars after Homura. Anywho, it's nice to see something Madoka Magica related that isn't just the main girl character again for a long while. Okie dokie. Okay, so I guess I want to at least beat that one freaking stage before, like, this stream ends. I gotta at least beat the one fucking stage. Let's see here. Also, I have a random question. So, who do you guys... actually, here's one. So, out of all the witches in Madoka, which ones do you guys think are the best? Like, do you have, like, a favorite witch that you prefer more so than all the others? Like, if you think about all the witches in the original series, like, well, Fergus or Amelia or any of the other witches, do you guys have, like, a favorite witch in the series overall that you like? Or not really? I think my favorite witch, I actually have two favorites. One is, I really like Ellie, the one that's episode 4. I also like, I like Madoka's witch form, but I also like actual, like, I kind of had a theory where I talked about why Madoka's witch form, and I sort of have a theory for connecting with her witch counterpart, so I do like her witch, that idea, but my personal favorite is probably Ellie. A lot of it has to do with the design, a lot of it has to do with the backstory, so there's like a lot of her being a top idol, that actually seems to be a really great thing in this series, where you have a lot of these girls who are actually top idols, like at the beginning, and then they kind of I guess some of them change later, essentially, so, but yeah, Ellie is, oh, wait a minute, okay, I am determined to win, I have to at least pass this one stage, and maybe I'll move on to a different game. I actually have quite a few games that I could play, so besides this, I have 3 syndromes, and I technically could play games like that. I also have a visual novel called, I'm Dating a Witch, or something like that. I actually have a visual novel for that. What's really interesting is that, I'm thinking about doing anyway, so what are we doing? Okay, so, let's see here, I am determined to beat this game, at least beat this one freaking level. If I don't do anything, I just want to beat this one level. If I can do that, I will feel accomplished. Maybe I'll do something else. Okay, here we go, come on, baddies! I'm not afraid of you with your mustaches. Mario mustaches, I'm not afraid. Here we go, I'm not afraid. Okay. Oh, this is actually easier this time around. This is actually a lot easier. I wonder why that is. Then again, maybe I'm talking to you. Usually just after the game is very easy, but it just gets more complicated the more further that I get into the actual game. Okay. Yo, there's no one! Pringles! Okay. Okay. Yeah, this is actually going a lot smoother this time around than it did before. I wonder why that is. Did I decrease the difficulty by mistake or something? This is like a lot easier. I wonder if I decrease the difficulty by mistake. I actually do that. This is so much easier now than it was before. So much easier. I'm not complaining though. This is, yeah, I think maybe I decreased the difficulty. This is like so much easier now. I'm not struggling like I did before. This is not a bad thing, but... Okay, wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute! Okay, I'm getting too cocky. Got too close, got too close. Okay. Holy, holy! Okay. Okay. Okay, I passed the stage! I must admit, I don't know if I passed it in the way that I wanted to, because I'm thinking, because that was so easy. So Sunny Buddy Muse says that they can't hear. I can't hear I think Homer is well person. I can't hear you over all the Homer is shooting. Okay, so you guys can't hear my voice. That's weird. Okay, hold on a second. Can I not be heard? Somebody just said that they can't hear me. I'm just trying to confirm that or not. Okay. Okay, so I think what you guys were saying was that when I was playing the game, you couldn't actually hear me over the Homer is shooting. Okay, I think I get it. So basically when I'm playing... Okay, I guess I gotta figure that out. I'm still trying... I haven't really streamed in a long time, so I'm still trying to learn stuff. So apparently when I'm playing the game, you guys can't hear me. We couldn't hear over the game. Okay. I'm trying to think what I can do about that. I'm still trying to learn how to do the live stream thing. It's been so long. I guess what I could do is I could increase my volume, and maybe if I do that, so maybe I'll increase my volume. Maybe I'll lower the Homer one and see if that works. Maybe. Anyway, I guess I'll take the time to look at what some of you guys are posting. So. Okay, my favorite witch is Walpurgisnacht because she was so unique from all the other witches because she didn't need a labyrinth to hide in and she is made of more than one magical girl. Okay, so yeah, Walpurgisnacht's pretty cool and I guess it's also interesting because so much of it is shrouded in mystery. Actually, a spoiler alert, I'm going to drop an analysis video this week on my main channel, and the video is going to be about Walpurgisnacht. So if you are somebody that cares about that, I'm going to set a reminder on my channel tomorrow. It's going to be about Walpurgisnacht. So if you care about that and you want to know, you know, what I think about that character, then definitely check that out. That is one of the analysis videos I'm dropping this week. I have another one, but that's the first one. Anyway, I'm just looking at comments right now. Mine would probably be Wasp and Homerus. Also the... Wait, I'm a little bit confused. Let me do a quick search. Hold on a second. Quick search. I don't quite recall that witch that you just said. I don't recall this one. Let me look it up. That's kind of strange, because you just said your favorite witch was Wasp. But when I look it up, I don't actually get anything. Hold on. Like, what witch is that? I'm kind of confused. Mine is probably Wasp and Homer. Is also a little bit confused by that. Anyway, I can barely hear your voice over the shooting parts. Okay, well, I did try to lower that a little bit. My favorite... Okay, I just read that already about Walpurgisnacht. They were trying to say Walpurgisnacht. Maybe Walpurgisnacht is from the future, therefore has no beginning and end,
Ever wondered what would happen if Homura hadn't always switched timelines? She would have become a witch. Maybe her witch spin it off into smaller witches and grew. Yeah, there's actually a lot of like speculation on Walpurgisnacht that's out there, and it's really we don't really get a lot of information as far as what Walpurgisnacht could be. So literally all we can do is speculate and try to take what little we have as to what it is. I don't mind that perspective though. What do you guys think of the perspective of Walpurgisnacht that questions if it is actually Homura? Because there's a lot of... I mean, that theory has technically been disproven, I think, but it's still interesting to consider and think about. When you stop and think about it, it is really impressive that some guy managed to make a game like this just to play as Homura and shoot things. I guess so, yeah. I totally do agree with that. So, I guess I will continue to play... Mami-Sexual, what would you do if Mommy came up to you and started calling you Uncle Baby Grandpa? What the fuck? What the fuck? Wow. Okay. Mami-Sexual, what would you do if Mommy came up to you and started Uncle Baby Grandpa? I have no fucking idea. Oh my god. Wow. Uncle Baby Grandpa. It's really interesting because I made a video once where I talked about where I had some dreams about Mommy. One of which I think I was like her gay male boyfriend in one of them. And I think the other one was, it was the thing where she was in front of me and I was like blushing and I was like really shy or something. But anyway, so I'm not really sure. Uncle Baby Grandpa, I have no idea. Wow. I guess I probably would freak out. I think like any attention that I would get from Mommy would probably be enough to just kind of send me over the, edge. Like, I actually have a story once. So in 2015, I went to my very first anime convention and I actually met Mommy's English voice actress. And I had a friend who was like, you should tell her to propose to you in Mommy's voice. And I remember that I wrote down something. I don't even remember what I said to her. Because it's kind of foggy. I just know that I basically wrote her something. I gave it to her, and I have a video on my channel where I explain in more depth as to what was going on. But I wrote something to her, and she essentially said something to the effect of, I don't remember. I think it was something along the lines of "I love you" or something like that. I have a video where the problem is that it was so long ago, but I think essentially if Mommy said anything to me, I would probably just freak out regardless of whatever it was. Like most likely, that's probably what would happen. Anyway, there's a lot of Walpurgisnacht stuff in this chat. Interesting. Walpurgisnacht is basically a tornado witch. Basically, some of the witch consumed a bunch of witches. Okie dokie, so apparently there are a lot of people that really like Walpurgisnacht. Well, okay, then hopefully you guys will be into the video that I upload, because I will be uploading a video in relationship to that. I guess basically giving my own perspective or my own analysis on that. We'll see how things go. Let's see here. So, what can we do here? Aside from this, I actually have another game that I want to show you guys. I will admit that it's not a Madoka game, but it is a game that I got off of Steam. So I guess I could randomly show that in a little bit, just for fun, possibly. Let's see here. I saw something about Gretchen, but then it was removed. Oh, okay. Anyway, so I'm trying to think here. Let's try level 2. Let's see how this goes. Alright, so let's see how this goes. It's funny how I'm looking at the stream window. It actually takes a while before the stream actually shows the game. Like, it's actually very slow. Like, I'm already playing it, but I'm looking at the... I actually don't see it on the live stream. Okay, now I see it. Man, it actually takes a while before the whatchamacallit actually shows itself. How interesting. Okay, so we are basically, so it's the same kind of enemies, but the difference is that they're gaining up on me again! Oh! Oh, come on! Why are you going so fast? Oh my god, what the hell? Okay. What the hell? What the fucking hell? The bloody freaking hell, come on! It's not fair! Ah! It's
No, it's not fair. This is not freaking, what the you know what, screw it, I'm just gonna destroy everything. I don't care anymore. This is ridiculous. I'm just gonna blast everything. I don't care if I hit anybody. I don't care anymore. I don't care! Everything just needs to go. Everything go up in smoke. I don't care. I don't care! Oh! Unbelievable! That thing capsized and it's still... I think that thing is... What the... Ah! I'm practically... Oh my god! It fucking... How did it live? How did it live? That thing literally flew up into the freaking air from the explosion and it's still running. Oh my god! Okay. I'm basically about to die. I have no health. And I have no way to heal myself. Oh boy. Actually, you know what? Screw it. I'm just gonna shoot the... What, man? Screw... Die! 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 Look at this! It's flying and it's still shooting me! Ah! Ah! Okay. I mean, I did choose the hardest difficulty. I'm probably doing very well, all things considered. Have you played Doki Doki? Yes, I mean, I technically have played it before. Is that a game that people like? I have played Doki Doki in streams before in the past. So what, is that a game that people like? Is people want to see me play Doki Doki? Is that a thing? Is that actually a thing? Wait, okay, what's going on here? Cobra Cat, you clearly have issues. You know you can stop time, right? I do know that, but I don't... I'm not familiar with the controls on my Xbox because I don't know... Like, do you know the... Well, I guess if I mess around with it... Like, I don't know the buttons because I'm still getting used to my Xbox One controller. But yes, I am aware that I can stop time. I just don't quite know how to do that. I don't know how to do that, but, let's see here. So yeah, I asked before, is Doki Doki Literature Club a thing? Does people actually want to see that game get played? I can play that game if there's like a demand for it. Does anybody actually care about Doki Doki? Let's see here. Have you tried pressing every... Okay, have I tried pressing every key? Alright, let's mess around a little bit. What? So, okay, so I'm looking for time magic. Okay, I think I just... Okay, so time magic is A. Okay, so I guess we just figured that out. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, I think I just figured out how to do time magic, so maybe we'll just, Okay, so I guess that works. Okay, I guess that works. So... Okay, so... Let's try that again. Okay. Okay, I think I just figured out how to do... Crap! Oh, shit! What the fuck? Okay. Okay, okay. Here we go. Okay. Okie dokie. I'm actually just going rocket launcher. I guess I don't care right now. Okie dokie. I guess I don't care. Okay, wait a minute. Okay. Guess I don't care. Shooting. I don't care. Die. I don't care. Okay. Okay, shooting you. I guess I'm learning how to do the rocket launcher better than before. Okay. Okie dokie in the power. Okie dokie in the power. Okay. Yeah, that actually went a lot more smoothly than I could have imagined it would be. Okay, so... Awesome! Okay. Hopefully I'll actually win this time. Okie dokie, so we are looking at the radar for the other witches. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Wait. Oh! Ah! Okay. Okay, come on. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like there's no point in shooting them with normal guns. I might as well just use a rocket launcher. Might as well. Has anybody ever, like, thought to themselves how Homer was actually able to get this weapon? I mean, they actually show it in I think it's episode 10. She essentially snuck into like a military base and was able to like get all these crazy ass weapons. Like, do you guys ever like fathom how Homer actually had the balls to do something like this? To actually like swipe a rocket launcher and the fact that she keeps it in her shield and uses it? Like, has anybody ever like actually thought about like how radical that is? The fact that she actually does that. Okie dokie. This is actually going better. It kind of seems like using the rocket launcher is the way to go. Let's see here. Okie dokie. We just took you out. Hoi hoi hoi. Okay, yeah, this is going a lot smoother than before. Most likely if I use time mat. Okay, here we go. Another enemy. Okay. Okay. Yeah, this is actually pretty easy now. I think what it was that I had to give myself some time to get used to this game. And there we go. There we go. It's going pretty smoothly. I don't think I've actually taken any damage yet. Can I actually complete this stage without actually taking like any hits or anything of the sort? Okie dokie. We are moving. Okay. Ugh. Okay. Yeah, I think I've actually gotten really used to this now. Okay, only one enemy left. I guess after this I might switch games for the hell of it. Maybe I will switch games after this and try something else. Let's see here. Okay, looking at the radar, there's another witch over here. In this very enclosed space where I don't think I'm going to be able to use the rocket launcher because of all the shitty buildings. I'm just going to shoot you. I can see you over there. You're not fooling. Okay, I got you. You're not fooling anybody, dude. Crap. Okay, I'm shooting you. There we go. Okay. Somebody's saying something on the chat. Give me a second. Problem is that I don't know how I can pause this game. Anyway, let's take a look at the chat. What's going on? You could also ask, Mommy. Hold on a second. Actually, let me connect myself with the chat again. Hold on. Let's see here. Mami-Sexual, one time I dreamed that there was a magical girl named Santa. Yeah, I actually answered this question in the... So I actually did a Q&A that I recorded where I'm going to be answering your question, Coco Cat. Like, all the questions that you asked me on that Q&A, I actually recorded it. I'm going to upload that video this week or next week, so look out for it. So, anyway, let's see. That there have been games and movies and manga to prove everything you said. Have you tried? Okay, let's see here. I'm just catching up on comments right now. What's your... Okay, so a lot of Madoka talk in the discussion right now. You have to wait for your gauge to refill. I don't want to deal... Is there drama that's taking... Well, I don't know. I can't really tell. Let me just read this whole conversation. So where do you get this game? I want to try it out. This is If the Way Homer... So I basically downloaded this game about 2 years ago. I technically do have the file, like Good World Rights says, so I could upload it somewhere. You know, as far as where I downloaded is concerned, I don't remember. It was too many years ago. Let's see here. Okay. And DDRX1 has left. Thank you for joining. Let's see here. You have to take damage. I don't like anime. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, is there drama in the chat? Oh, okay. Hold on a second. Let's see here. I guess I gotta keep hold of the chat a little bit more. I'm just trying to see here. YouTube has gone to Okay, is he gone? Okay. But was he already removed? The guy from well, I mean, if he was removed, then okay. Okay, well, I guess he must be gone. I actually didn't notice that. Okay. Well, if somebody removed him, I guess thank you. Whoever that person was.
Let's see here. So I guess what I'll do is I'll play a different game. I guess what I'll do is I'll play a different game. I told him to leave because he was a jerk. Okay. Yeah, I see what person you're referring to actually, because I'm actually looking up there. I can see him now. I didn't notice because I was playing, but I see him now. But I don't see him. Okay. Oh wow, you love drama. Okay, buddy, Sunny Mew loves drama. Okay. Okay, so I guess I'm gonna play a different game. So yeah, I guess I'll play a different game now, just for the hell of it. Because I did mention that I did get some stuff on Steam, and I guess I'll just randomly play that now. So anyway, I'm gonna switch games. I guess what I'll do is I'm gonna switch over to this. Alright, so yeah, I'm gonna switch games right now, so give me a second to do that. Just for the hell of it. I do have a lot of games that I could play, but I think I'm thinking of ones specifically that I could play. That would be the first I've dealt with it. I have a question for everyone. Please give your opinions. I'll make it brief. Oh, okay. Let's see here. Okay, so I'm gonna set up another game, just for the hell of it. Okay, let me. Oh, wait a minute. I actually don't know how well this game is gonna play because I don't know if my computer can handle it, but we will see. We will see. Hoi, hoi, hoi. Hoi, hoi, hoi. The hoi in the toy in the soy in the hoi. Okay. So I'm starting this new game, which I'm going to keep anonymous until I actually play it. Let's see here. So let me make a game capture for this one. Game capture! The game capture. Capture a specific window. Match title. Window must match. Okay. So this is a game that I don't know how this is gonna go, but this is a game that I actually got off of Steam. I don't suppose we have any people who might be fans of this particular game in the chat. Do we have any fans of this person who is actually in this game? Wait a minute. Let me pop out. Actually, I want to keep track of the live chat more, so let me pop this out. And let's see here. Pop out chat. I guess we're gonna make this a thing, so it's a little bit easier for me to keep track of what you guys are saying. And I'm gonna move this game over here. Wait a minute. Actually, let me minimize this window. Okay. So, okay. Alright, so yeah. I don't suppose there's anybody that actually is into Sonic. I'm just gonna randomly play this game and see where this goes. This is actually one of the games that I got from Steam. Let's just see. Okie dokie! So, the avatar screen has been unlocked. Okay. Stage 3. Okay, you can now use Sega Pack costumes. Okie dokie. Let's see here. So, okay. I don't have... Okay. So, I'm actually really big into Sonic in case... I guess what I'll do is I'm gonna... I don't know if anybody would actually
figure it out for you, buddy. I'm sorry I wasn't smart enough.
Let's see here.
Whoa! Chaos!
Oh, it's
Sonic,
Chaos!
help me!
The evil Chaos. Anyway, I guess I'm gonna skip this part and just play this. Oh, it's the actual... Okay, I'm gonna skip this actually. Okay. I'll just get into the actual gameplay aspect of it. Okie dokie, I have to play as little mini Sonic in this game. Okie dokie.
Enemies could be
The
lying
Sonic
in
in the
wait.
power.
So watch your step.
Let's see here. Let me see if I can set up the... I wish there was a way I could set up this live chat so I actually could see. Let's see here. Let's see here. We know it's quite possible that... Hold on a second. Trying to get this chat to work. Wait. Okay. Pop-out chat. Why are you not working for me? Okay, here we go. So we know it's possible Homer was taking ammo guns in her large arsenal from the past times, which explains how she never seems to run out. So how does Homer know? How does Homer know what item to grab? Trial and error. It started at episode 10. She probably ditches class to get ammo. What's ammo? Is it just Pull a Magi Madoka thing? Her telekinesis? It's interesting because that's not really explained. It's one of the many mysteries of Madoka that we don't know. How does she know what items to grab? It's really interesting because I think there's something in Magia Record that actually gives a little bit of insight as to how she decided to use weapons, or at least it kind of briefly touches on that. Because we essentially see a version of Homura before she figures out how to use guns. And I think, I actually think it is along the lines of trial and error, if I'm not mistaken. Because she doesn't just immediately start off knowing what to use. This is actually that whole style of using man-made weapons is something that she had to practice and develop from what I remember seeing. So yeah. So at least that's what I saw in the Magia Record game, is because they do give some information about that. Anyway, I guess I'll continue playing that while you guys are having fun talking.
The feeling Eggman has some
Okie
tricks up
dokie!
his sleeve.
Okay. Okie dokie. I'm not gonna lie, this game actually plays a lot better than... Oh, fuck, okay. This game plays a lot better than Mortal Kombat plays, to say the least! Okay. Here we go. Oh. Take off like a rocket holding L and repeatedly A. Holding L and repeatedly A. Holding L and repeatedly A, okay. Wait, what is L? Okay, still trying to get used to this freaking Xbox controller. Okay, A, wait, what? Okay. Take off like a rocket by holding L and repeatedly press A to do a spin dash. Okay, gotcha. Oh, here we go. I figured it out. I know what I'm playing. Professional gamer over here. I'm a professional at everything that I do. Okay. I'm a professional at everything. Hoi, 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 hoi. Okay. I am a professional. Okay, professional. Okay. You can perform an instant spin dash, you can landing, jump, or pressing, holding A. Okay. God, I hate tutorials in games. I just don't have time to try to learn that
We've made
shit.
a total mess of this place.
I prefer to do things
We have
as
to
I
stop
go.
Eggman and end this war
This
quick.
is more fun. Okay. Oh, wait. Wait a minute. Okay, there you go. Okie dokie. Woo! I actually love Sonic. I don't know what it is. There's something about the format that's just like so cute. No matter how many times I play it. Why? I don't know what. I have no idea what I'm doing, but I'm not dying, so I must be doing the right thing. I must be doing the right thing.
One is stronger than the others. What could it be?
Here we go. Okay. Now I actually have to do this. Ooh, okay. Okay. Spin dash. Ooh, okay. Here we go. Okay. Well, okay, just passed it. All right. 1 second. Let's look back at the chat. Let's see what's going on. I'm a professional at everything. Me trying to sound convincing at a job interview. Oh, wow. I'm a professional at everything. Me trying to sound convincing at a job interview. Okay, we can totally relate, obviously. Let's see here. Sorry for what I said. My friend also has access to my Google account and put that. I promise I'll never say that again. Well, that's nice. I'm glad that you apologized. That's very nice. That's very big of you. Let's see here. Hey, Mami-Sexual, I'm sorry for the guy who said mean things about you. I really hope you didn't take it seriously. Not really. I am looking at the chat, but I will admit that it's kind of going like... Cause I am briefly looking, but I'm not catching every single thing that's like going on. But no, it's cool. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the stream. It really seems like there's a lot of heated discussion that's going on, which is awesome. That's pretty cool. Okie dokie. Let's see here. But yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying the stream thus far. It kind of seems that way. We've actually been able to keep pretty consistent like people here, so that's pretty cool. Let's see here. Okie dokie. Let's see. I'm trying to think. So I wonder if I should do a vote. So if you guys, so when it comes to games, what sort of games? If I had a vote for like what to play, so currently I'm playing Sonic, but other games that I could play, of course, I played Homeworld Combat Blaze. I also have Grief Syndrome that I can play, or I actually have a Madoka visual novel that I could also play, which might be fun. It has to do with dating witches. I'm trying to think of what else there is. I guess Doki Doki can technically be an option. That can technically be an option. I would have to download that game. And I'm trying to think what else do I have. Well, obviously McGear Record is going to be an obvious one. But I guess we can get a count. How much do people want me to play McGear Record? Is that like a really big thing? Like is that a really big thing? Is that like a big thing? Let's see. A couple of months ago, I'm just gonna skip the story stuff, I think, and just get to the actual gameplay. The actual gameplay!
There's no reason to resist.
I'm gonna skip this part. Yeah, this game is actually only $9 on Steam at the moment for anybody that actually is interested. It is such a... Rouge! Ooh, it's Rouge the Brat.
It's about time.
Ooh.
He's been better.
Oh, Rouge is the spy that he had. Okay, let's skip this part.
But we don't.
Very interesting. So
Not
Rouge is
pure.
actually the spy. The sexy fat Rouge. Okay, let's go and check out this new mission. Oh, okay, I have to play this. Okay, am I playing a Shadow? Okay, whatever. Whatever. Maybe I'm playing a Shadow. I don't know.
Listen
Okay.
up, rookie. Our other
Okay,
forces are busy
this is my
dealing with
original
enemies.
character that I
Looks like you
created
took the
for
best
little
route.
buddy.
It's up to
Okay,
you
wait,
to
what am I
save
doing?
Sonic
What am I
now.
doing? I don't even know what I just did. Oh, fuck. I think I'm gonna die. I think I just, yeah, that was, I don't even know what was I even doing just then?
Listen up,
Okay,
rookie.
try this
Our
again.
other forces are busy
Try this
dealing
again.
with enemies.
Okay.
Looks like you took the best
Bing,
route.
bada, boom, bada, boom,
It's up
boom,
to
boom,
you
boom,
to
boom.
save
I'm
Sonic now.
squirting. Ah! Okay. Well, wait. Okay. Glad I didn't die there. Okay. Whoa. Nice. Okay, we're gliding. Whoa, we're gliding. Okay. Okay, wait. Okay. It's going so fast. I can't even keep up. We're gliding again. We're gliding again. Wait. Okay. It's going so fast. Everything is going so quickly, I can hardly keep up.
Sonic is probably there.
I am so good at this
stay
game.
on your toes.
Professional gamer, professional YouTuber. So professional.
Nothing in
Okay.
We're still
I guess as long as I don't die, I'm doing good
They got
enough.
us pinned down.
As long as I don't die, I'm doing good enough. Actually, why can't I kill him? What the fuck? What? Okay, here we go. Let's go. Okay. Okie dokie. Down. Okay. Down. Wait. Down.
Looks like this place was used up until recently.
Down.
It appears that many of our brethren were held here.
Okie dokie.
One more thing Eggman will answer for.
Down. Up. Whoa! I'm actually getting the hang of this now, I think. I'm getting the hang of this. Okay. Bada bing, bada boom. Okay. Oh, wait. Oh, this is my chance to do that. Okay. There we go. Bada boom. I'm running. I'm gliding.
Sense Sonic's presence. He's close.
Wait. What? Okay, I got too excited there. Okay. Actually, I'm gonna look I wish there was a way I could kind of look at the live chat as I was playing. It's actually kind of hard to do that, but hold on a second. Looking at the live chat. Let's see here. Mommy, people are calling me. What's going on? Let's see here. Okay, I'm catching up in questions now. Give me a second. Mami-Sexual, what would you do if Sayaka ate your shoes? What would I do if Sayaka ate my shoes and threw bacon at you? Oh God. I have to think about that. I'm gonna contemplate that while I keep reading. If you want to know how in the hell this classic Sonic plot hold this way in the Sonic Forces by Sonic Mania. Okay, that's good to know. Thanks, Abnormal. I'll be sure to do that. Let's see. Coca Cat says play Grief Syndrome. You could play the visual novel or Doki Doki. So, Bunny Sunny Mew, are you really big into visual novels? Just out of curiosity. I always figured visual novels were not that popular. Because I think because there are so many great visual novels, but Doki Doki's the only one that people ever talk about. Let's see here. Sayaka is obviously telling him to wear bacon in his shoes from now on. Okay. So what does that mean? That Sayaka is supposed to be my mistress in this scenario? Am I supposed to obey her and do whatever she says? Let's see here. Or play Incubator maybe. What? Okay. When you say Incubator, Coco Cat, what are you referring to? You say play Incubator. What game are you referring to? I love that game. It's similar to Madoka, Incubator, or Grief Syndrome. Okay. So we're actually getting some Grief Syndrome request here. Next we have karaoke with our let's see here. Say mommy if this is your channel. Mommy, say mommy if this is your channel. Alright, so we're actually getting some Grief Syndrome requests here, which is kind of interesting. So I guess we could play that. My only issue with Grief Syndrome is the fact that I don't think I can play that on my Xbox controller. And plus, I think it's gonna be even harder. All right, so I guess I could. All right, so I guess I'll try to look into. So I guess I'm gonna try to play Grief Syndrome then. So give me a second while I set that up, because I gotta get that from my hard drive. Give me 1 second, and I guess I'll get the visual novel too. Maybe we'll try both of those. Give me 1 second. Who doing? Okie dokie. I've got a dag nasty. Where is my hard drive? Where is my hard drive? Where is my hard drive? Oh, here we go. My hard drive is here. Okay. So, I guess what I'll do is I'm going to exit out of this game. Let me see if I can save it first. Let me see if I can save. And then I guess I'll exit out, and then I guess I will set myself up to be able to do Grief Syndrome. Woo-hoo. Can I save this game? I guess it doesn't matter. I can always, yeah. Hopefully there's like an automatic save thing. Anyway, so I'm going to unhook my Xbox One controller so that I have a slot open, and I'm going to set up Grief Syndrome and see how that goes. As I said, my only issue with Grief Syndrome is that I can't use my controller, but I can still play it with my keyboard, I guess. Okay, so let me set up my hard drive, and then we're going to get Grief Syndrome from my thingy. Let's see here. Okay, so Grief Syndrome. I'm currently doing that. Waiting for my external to register in my computer. Here we go. Okie dokie. Okay, so getting Grief Syndrome, and I guess I'm gonna get that little visual novel thing too, and see if I can find that on my external hard drive. Hoi hoi hoi. Let's see here. Okay, so Grief Syndrome. Grief Syndrome. Okay. So, where is that game? Looking in my hard drive right now. Looking in my hard drive right now. Hoi hoi hoi. Hoi 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 hoi. Let's see here. Come on, hard drive. I know Grief Syndrome is in this computer. Where is it? Show me your secrets. Where is my syndrome? Okay, here we go. Wait, is that it? Okay. Watch me fail at Grief Syndrome. It's funny because I'm looking at my hard drive and I'm seeing that I actually have a lot of videos in relationship to Grief Syndrome that I never uploaded, which I don't know why. Anyway, just give me a moment, guys. I'm trying to find that game, and I'm trying to find. Okay, here we go. This is my Grief Syndrome folder that I will copy to my computer now, and we're gonna set that up and have some fun. Okay. Okay, so I'm pasting Grief Syndrome. Okay, so that game is now on my computer. Now I'm gonna go get that visual novel about the witch. Let's see here. Which is my girlfriend? Hoi, 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 hoi. Okay. Wait. Okay. Let me copy and paste this. Okay. Alrighty. So I'm now copying both games to my computer, and then I can set them up. And then I can play them. Grief Syndrome is going to be tough, though, because I can't play that with my controller. I think I can play the visual novel with it, though. Okay, just waiting for my external to connect the games to my laptop, and then we will begin. And then we will begin. Hoi, 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 hoi. What do you guys think of the mommy voice acting? If anybody actually watches the stuff on my second channel, what do you guys think of that? Are any of you guys like a fan of the whole like mommy voice acting thing, or do you think it's like really random and like strange? I'm just curious about that. Wait a minute. Okay, the device. Okay, let me see if I can X that out. Just getting myself ready to play. Okay, so now the games have been set, so now I just have to open them, and then I have to make them register in my OBS, which is my screen capture thingy, and then we can begin. Okay, so let me open Grief Syndrome, which I have right here. Okay, so we're gonna start the game. I know it's not possible to play this with my Xbox controller, but man, I really want to. Is there any way at all that I can play this on my Xbox? Is there any way at all I can play this on my Xbox? Okay. Let's see here. Let me see if I can connect my controller to this. I got my Xbox controller. Okay, no, it doesn't register. Damn it. Oh well. Gotta use my hands. Anyway, let me register this game in OBS so you guys can see it. I guess. Let me register it. Let's register the game. Let's see here. Okay, Grief Syndrome. Okay, there we go. That is Grief Syndrome. For those that requested it, there you go. Let me just make it seeable for everybody here. Let's see here. I won't deny that playing this game without a controller is going to be kind of tough, so that's going to kind of limit me to how much I can like engage in the chat, because I have to use all of my fingers to make this work. Anyway, so let me quickly look at the chat and see what everybody is saying. Let's see here. Okay, so I'm just gonna quickly look at the chat and see what's going on, just in case there's anything that I should be seeing. Oh, somebody linked me to the incubator game. Thank you, Warhead. I appreciate that. Maybe I'll just quickly, like look that up. Okay, so I'm quickly looking at the incubator game that was just linked to me. Heartfelt, Follow Magi, How to Play, Bring Cubated Girls. Oh, I think I've played something similar to this before. Maybe. This is like a browser game, right? Let's see here. Okay. I guess I could play this. Maybe what I'll do is I'll play a little bit of Grief Syndrome, and then maybe I'll move on to that one. That could be fun. I guess that could be fun. Let's see here. Okay, I'm sorry, what would you do if Madoka appeared in your house and all of a sudden she said, "Hello, Uncle Baby, Mami-Sexual, Junior Grandpa, do you like bacon?" Oh god. What are these questions? I totally agree! Oh my god. Oh wow, they're so random. Anyone can kill Sayaka. Let's see. Anyway, I'm just looking at comments here, just trying to see. Let's see here. Has anyone else played Saya no Uta? I have heard of that game. I believe Gino Iguchi wrote that. I have not played it, but I have heard a lot of interesting things about that game. That would be a fun game to play. I don't know. Yeah, that would be a fun game to play. What is happening in this chat? Sayaka would be more useful than... Let's see here. Mommy voice acting is pretty good. Oh, wait a minute. Somebody said something about my voice acting. Hold on a second. Wait, hold on a second. Okay, the mommy voice acting is pretty good. Far better than I can do for sure. I love the voice acting. Cool. So that means that I should do more of that maybe. Hey, it's actually kind of funny, because I actually have this project that I want to do for my channel, because there's actually a Madoka fandom manga that I want to do fully. I'm probably gonna make a video on my channel announcing this later, but what I would like to do, like, if any of you guys want to do like a fans up with me, like maybe you might be good at like voice impersonating some of the girls. I think it'd be kind of fun if I could get like a bunch of you guys to work with me on a specific project relating to that. Like I would be Mami in the manga, and so you guys could be like some of the other characters. I'm gonna make a video, and I'm gonna upload it, kind of going into more detail on it. But yeah, I just think it'd be fun because I really do. I kind of do like voice acting a lot. That was a passion that I developed a few months ago, and I've been doing like a lot of experiments with it, and that's kind of why the whole mommy voice became the thing, because that's just something I really like. So I just think it'd be fun if I could maybe utilize that in the channel with the idea of like Madoka. So if anybody is interested in like working with me, you can let me know. As I said, I'll make a video where I'm talking more about that in the coming weeks, I guess. Anyway, so I'm looking at comments here. There's a lot of talk about Sayaka and Bacon. This is like so random. What is going on with this chat? I like it, but it's kind of random without context. I keep them as separate videos. Okay, let's see. I like the voice acting more than I expected. Okay, cool. Some people actually are really digging that. They're digging my feet. That's pretty cool. Let's see here. I just threw my socks. This chat really is random. I don't even know what to think about it. Mami-Sexual, what do you think of the ship Mami x Cube? I've never thought about that actually. Mami x Cube. It's interesting because Cube and Mami are kind of seen to have like a close relationship at the beginning of the series before all the stuff happens in episode 3. At least it kind of looks that way, because obviously Mami is like really concerned for Cube when she is saved by Madoka and everybody. So you do sort of get the sense that the two were relatively close. So it's difficult to say. I think it would make more sense to ship them if Cube was actually like an actual human, like an actual male. Like wouldn't it be funny if Mami made some kind of wish where she like. Let's just say that she was alone and she didn't have like her parents were gone and she didn't have any friends. Wouldn't it be kind of interesting if she was able to make a wish in relationship to Cube being with her or something like that? I'm not really sure. Like Cube versus Mami, I feel like just as it is kind of weird. So I kind of feel like one of them would have to change in order for it to like work in a way that would make sense. I don't know. I don't know. That's something to think about though. I've never really thought about that very much, but. Cube x Mami, that's very interesting. Let's see here. Okay, people are obviously not into the idea of shipping them together. Let's see here. Mami-Sexual has a channel dedicated to his voice acting. I technically do have a channel that is dedicated to voice acting, technically speaking. I will admit that I'm not super active on there. Actually, do you guys want to hear something funny? For those of you that might be interested in the voice acting thing, I actually have another social media account where I do the voice acting thing. I guess for the hell of it, I can randomly show it, just for the hell of it. Yeah, I will link the voice acting channel. Actually, let me do this. I guess I'll do this before I set up the game, just for some context, I guess. So voice acting channel. What are we doing? Voice acting channel. So yeah, let me I guess I'll link that in the chat for anybody that cares. So okay, so voice acting channel. Where is my voice acting channel? Let's see here. Also, I guess if you guys are looking at my screen, you probably can see some videos that I will be uploading on the second channel later. Actually, what is my, wait a minute. Hold on a second. Okay, here we go. My channel is not found. What the hell are you talking about? Let's see here.
Anyway, this is actually my voice acting channel, which I'm not really doing too much of. But if anybody wants a link to it, you can check me out. I actually did a voice impression of Patrick on this page for anybody who is interested. Anyway, so let's see here. For anybody who's interested, there is some context. There's a link, which I just linked on my other account. But yeah, there you go. So anybody that's interested, you can stalk me on there. I don't have a whole lot of stuff on there at the moment, but hey, if you wanna check me out, then feel free. Yeah, there you go. You gotta look at one more. But yeah, that's actually a link to it right there. Anybody that cares. There you go. Let's see here. Like my profile picture. Thank you. For example, okay. Thank you, Larry Koopa. Thank you. I appreciate it. Anyway, so what am I doing? Okay. So let's see here. Okay, okay. I can't play this on my whatchamacallit, so let's see here. Actually, did I pause it? I did pause it, right? Okay. So what am I doing here? Okay, so I can't actually play this on my Xbox controller. That means I have to use my hands. Oh boy, let's see here. So we're gonna start the game. I played Gertrude, and I guess let's see here. I think I'll play. I guess I'll play as Mami. Seems like it would make sense, right? Okay. We're gonna play as Mami. Wait. Oh, Mami. Oh, wow. Mami and Kyoko. I didn't actually choose Kyoko. Well, whatever. Hey, this is like different story. I have recreated the different story. Let's see here. I actually have to use the controller. I don't even know what I'm doing. Okay, so that's how you jump. Okay. This is weird. I think I actually chose Kyoko by accident. Okay, I meant to choose Mami. Like, how did that happen? Okay. Okie dokie. Kyoko with her spear power. Okay. Actually, wait a minute. I should actually switch this. Can I switch it? Okay. Not gonna lie, it's been a long time since I've actually luckily this game is relatively easy. Just basically jump and you hit. Jump and you hit. Okay. Actually, I guess playing this one. Okay. Basically, this is the different story combination. The different story team. Basically, these are the same players that we have to fight in the Homer combat. Not gonna lie, Kyoko is probably the best character to have. Characters like Mami and Summer are actually more difficult because of the nature of how their weapons work. At least they are for me. Also, I know that there's a way that you can do multiplayer. Unfortunately, I've never been able to successfully do this. I guess if I ever figure it out, we can have some multiplayer things to that. If I ever figure out how to do that, that would be pretty fun! Wait. Okay. Okay, so what are we doing? Okay. Everywhere! One thing I was saying about this game is probably relatively easy. And that's really easy. Okay. Oh, here we go. I'm gonna check the live chat a little bit. The mayhem with powers. I'm beating up on the what are we doing? They're all coming at me at once. They're all coming at me at one shot. They're all coming at me at once. Okie dokie, they're all coming at me at once. They're all coming at me at once. Let's look here. There we go. Awesome. I believe it's Gertrude. Okay, Gertrude must be right after this, if I'm not mistaken. Gertrude must be right after this. Okay, I actually hate those things because they turn themselves into annoying spikes. Can't actually break them. Okay. Here we go. Okay. I gotta compute this when I actually come down. Ah! Okay, wait. Okay, alright, take him down. Mami and Kyoko, this is a story combination. Again, I don't know how I actually ended up choosing Kyoko, but it just worked out that way. But it's very appropriate considering that it's like my favorite manga. Considering that it is my favorite manga. Try to do this one like this. A little bit challenging, I won't deny it. Wait, oh! That was totally gonna happen. Wait, no, that was gonna happen. Wait. Okay. Okie dokie. So, is that everybody? Oh wait, no, ultimators. Here they come, they're all coming in swarms. I can take you guys. They're coming in swarms. They're coming in swarms. They are coming in swarms. Hoi. They are coming in swarms. Wait. They're coming in swarms. Okay, Gertrude has got to be the next one. I'm almost like, it has to be Gertrude. Okay, I knew it. Gertrude! What do you guys think of Gertrude? Like, how does this character rank as far as, like, favorite? I'm not gonna lie, this fight can be a little challenging, but I think because I have that little mommy helper in the background, the Mami-Sexual helper, I think this will probably be relatively easy. I think careful that I have confidence. Okay. Oh, it's gonna drop down! Oh, I don't know where it's coming from! Ah! It hit me. It hit me, but I have 9 lives. We are totally cleaning house. We are cleaning house. Look. I guess I am taking a little bit. Oh, wait. Well, we just took it down. Okie dokie, let me just check the live chat. I've been sort of neglecting that a little bit there. Let's see here. Live chat. Where is the live chat? Okay, looking at live chat. Let me catch up on comments while that game adjusts itself. Okay, I gotta catch up on comments here. Let's see here. Thanks for reading my comment about Magia Record. You're welcome, Tabor. Yeah, you're welcome. I'm not sure. Did you actually see the part in the stream where I actually did that? 'Cause I'm only just now seeing it. Yeah, but you're totally welcome. It was awesome. Like, I loved all the comments that I got on that video. Yeah, I appreciate you just for commenting on that. I know what you mean. I want to go back to Smash. How long are you going to stream for? How long am I going to stream for? That's a good question. How long have I been streaming so far? How long have I been streaming? How long has this madness been going on? How much has this been going on? How long has this been going on? I don't actually know. How long have I been streaming? Has it been a few hours? Oh, it's been 3 hours. I guess maybe we can start to wind it down a little bit. Maybe. I must say, I'm surprised we're able to keep consistent, like, viewers. I really appreciate everybody that actually came out, especially with my little audio problems that I had. I am having fun streaming, though, so I don't know if I necessarily want to end it now. Let's see here. Thanks for reading my comment about Magi Record. So sad I was not here to talk more. I unleashed a horrible thing upon the world. What did you unleash on me? Thank you for turning that off. For future reference, you should probably refrain from streaming 18+ on YouTube. Yeah. Well, I feel like that, like, the worst thing that happens from streaming that stuff is that you get demonetized, but I don't really care if I make money on this account, personally. I don't care. Or if you just must ask, chat first, please. There could be kids. Yeah, seriously, it's kind of inappropriate. Okay, I see. Let's see here. Welcome to the most awkward chat on YouTube. Welcome to the stream. Let's see, I'm just catching up on comments here. You see people even in the game, Kyoko and Mami are better together than Kyoko and Saika. That's very true! Tabor was the one that actually came up with that comment with the idea that Mami and Saika... It's funny because I tried to lead a discussion into that, but nobody tried to bite the bait that I gave. And the idea that Mami and Kyoko are better than Saika and Kyoko. Nobody tried to bite on that. I wanted to see some drama! Not really, but I kind of ship Kyoko, Saika. Yeah, Kyoko, Saika is the pairing that most people like. Okay, so I'm just looking at comments. Who ships Mami and Nagisa? Oh god. Is that the pedophile couple that people like? I'm just kidding. Let's see here. Okay, I'm just looking at comments here. Looking at comments. Yes, I saw the 18+ message. Okay, I saw it. Yeah, I saw it. I'm fine with midnight. It's 10 a.m. for me. Where do you think I find Gertrude Magical Girl? Show me Gertrude Magical Girl. Gertrude Magical Girl. Let's do a Google search. Let's do a Google search on that. Gertrude Magical Girl. Let's see what I get if I put that in Google. Let's see what I get if I put that into Google. Well, I don't really see anything that resembles Gertrude. Interesting. Let's see here. Madoka Gertrude. Actually. Yeah, there's actually... Oh, okay. Well, I guess there's some decent fan art of that. I guess I can show this off. For funsies. Gertrude Magical Girl fan art. Boy. These are some pretty interesting ones. You have this one right here. That's pretty cool. Oh, she looks so depressed in this one, though. Look at how depressed she is. Oh my god. She's so depressed. She's so depressed in that one. This is a more happy-go-lucky picture of Gertrude. And, yeah. Okay. Oh, wow. Very, very cool. Magical Girl Gertrude. Let's see here. Yeah, I just wanted to randomly show that off since it was mentioned in the chat. The Magical Girl Gertrude. What do you guys think of Magical Girl Gertrude? Blah. What do you think of Magical Girl Gertrude? Blah. What do you think of Magical Gertrude? Why is that a tongue twister? It shouldn't be. Why is that a tongue twister? Let's see here.
Well, there is no official magical girl, Gertrude. Actually, wait a minute. That's not true. There actually is one. Maybe I'll look that up in a bit. There actually is technically an official look of what Gertrude looks like, actually. Let's see. I honestly don't ship any of the characters, and I don't really like the ships because of the fans, in all honesty. That's just me. Please don't shove the ships down my throat or harass me. Wow, Larry Cooper, you sound like you've had some interesting engagement with Madoka fans as far as ships are concerned. It's okay, everyone has their own opinion. Oh, if you want to make a discussion at the video about reasons why Mami and Kyoko work for, I might make something like that. If that comes to pass, I'll definitely let you know. That would be a fun video to make. Very controversial though. I'm sure I would have a lot of people who would go out of their way to say, because one thing about the Madoka fandom, and I do understand why it's this way because of the nature of the show. In other words, the reason that people love Saika with Kyoko and why they love Madoka and Homer is because the anime kind of conditions you to sort of love these characters together, and as such, nobody ever really likes to ship them with other characters. But one thing about me and this channel, I usually try to highlight other like ships. Like for example, my all-time favorite ship in Madoka is actually Saika and Devil Homer. I actually made a video where I talked about the idea of Devil Homer forcing Saika to become evil. And I actually have a video that I'm going to release in the future which kind of expands on that concept a little bit more. But for me, I've always sort of been more into like crack shippings within Madoka. I always found the idea of shipping the obvious main pairings to be kind of boring, which is why I don't particularly care about Homer with Madoka or Kyoko and Saika. Like my favorite pairing is Devil Homer and Saika. My second favorite pairing is Mami with Madoka, and after that I'm not really sure. It's just sort of, but I just usually prefer to try to I try to go after pairings that are not as popular, because I think it's fun to try to think about the other connections that the other girls have. Not that there's anything wrong with just focusing on, you know, Madoka with Homer or Saika with Kyoko. I just think that sometimes it's fun to try to think about how the other girls are connected, and then you sort of like, at least for me, it's just fun to think about like how the other girls can, like, you know, like how the other girls are connected to each other. Let's see, your favorite characters, girls. Let's see here. Okay. Maybe I could probably, this stream has gone on for a while. It's like 3 hours. I suppose I could possibly end it here. Alright, well, I want to thank everybody for coming out. I don't know when I'm gonna do another one of these. You guys really seem to enjoy it, so maybe I'll try to aim to do one again soon. Maybe soon, I don't know. But I probably will try to do one soon, and I guess maybe I'll make some kind of an announcement on it on either this channel or the other channels. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you guys had fun. Yeah, it was really fun. We did this for 3 hours, so in any case, I'm going to go ahead and end it here. So thank you all for coming. I hope you have a wonderful rest of the evening. And as I said, I will probably do this again. So look out for the announcement. And I'll catch you guys later. Mami-Sexual, signing out. Peace. Peace, 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 peace.